Alrighty. What is up, everybody, and welcome to the first ever World Series College Esports Tournament brought to you by the Bragg House. I am joined today by three members of the Bragg House, CEO and founder, Lavelle, Juan, Daniel, as well as Ryan, and we are here today to watch OSU and MSU throw it down. Now, guys, you guys hosted, I believe, a pre-qualifying tournament yesterday. And that went really, really well, right? So what was the outcome of that?
Yeah, so we held two pre-qualifying matches, one yesterday between Michigan and UVA, and then one earlier today at noon Eastern time between TCU Team 1 and TCU Team 2. We actually had so many entrants for TCU that we had to separate them into two different teams and have them play it out to play in the round of 8 going on tonight. But yesterday the match went super well, but was also super one-sided. Michigan just throttling UVA 30-16. So a poor showing for UVA, but Michigan employed a really interesting strategy and they were able to get the win. Today, TCU Team 1 barely beat out TCU Team 2 and a real thriller of a match that went down to the very end. Team 1 all on Xbox, interestingly enough. Team 2 all on PlayStation. So I guess that's a rivalry. That's the result of the console war right there. Yeah. But that was a high scoring game in itself. I believe it was like 43-38. So they're going to be playing later tonight against Florida State. Michigan's going to be playing later tonight against Virginia Tech. So awesome. Really excited for both those games coming up. And, of course, this one between two Big Ten rivals, Ohio State and Michigan State.
Oh, yeah.
And with that being said, I do want to go ahead and jump and get a little bit of audio going. I do want to also ask you guys, though, I have a ton of questions in regards to how you guys came about this tournament. I know this is your second foray kind of into this tournament style. I absolutely love it. Let's go ahead and get a little bit of player audio, and maybe in that time, Lavelle, Daniel, you guys are the founders, executives of the Bragg House. Maybe you guys can tell us. I know you guys just did a football one. Again, thank you for having me as a part of that. We're doing baseball now. You guys just keep coming up with the hits. Maybe you guys can tell us a little bit about how these esports tournaments work and exactly how you guys keep coming up with these innovative concepts for tying in college sports.
I mean, yeah. So we're just taking things that people are enjoying. We're trying to build this community around sports, around college sports. So you were with us when we did the March Madness, and we had so much fun there. And people reached out to us and they said, "Hey, you know what? I want to make sure that we have more competitions like that, especially in the absence of live sports. So we see this is here to stay."
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, you guys absolutely killed it with March Madness. You guys did a draft as well, which I believe went really, really well. Now we're here today watching OSU and MSU is the first actual game of the tournament. So everybody who's gone online, filled out their brackets. If this isn't your first rodeo, obviously you guys went to the website ahead of time, filled out your bracket, bid on your teams to win. As always, the Bragg House is giving away some absolutely amazing prizes. The big thing here, though, is that, guys, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing daily brag. So every single day, you guys can go to the website, follow back up. You guys can keep participating for a chance to win every single day as the games are going on live.
Yep, those daily brags. So the brackets are officially closed, and we had hundreds and hundreds of entries in there. So good luck to someone who wins that. But we have daily brags every single day. We can have prize for people to win.
Yeah, I mean, even I submitted a bracket going for that $1,000 prize. So
I'll be honest, I did too at March Madness. I was like, man, I might as well. I love games. I love school. I love all the schools that are involved. I did not do well in my bracket on the last one. I think Lavelle, you did the best out of all the hosts last time, right?
Out of the host, but it still didn't take the dub though. So.
Oh no, absolutely. Now, Daniel, you came up with a lot of the gamification model of baseball. You guys keep kind of tying in really interesting concepts into traditional esports, which already is action-packed. It's fast-paced. You guys continue to innovate. What made you guys say baseball is the next sport?
Well, we know that everyone were looking forward to have College World Series happening in May, June, and when they announced that they're just shutting it down because of COVID-19 for this year, it just seems like the logical choice of really bringing back something to the fans that can relate to all the baseball fans, like bringing that technology into the game, and making a really unique, combination between esports and traditional sports.
Absolutely. So you guys, I know last time I was on with you guys, we didn't have the scoreboard, we didn't have the countdown timer. Now, I know that this match is officially underway. So, guys, we can expect that scoreboard to be updating for everyone at home, right? So, as people are scoring, of course, our team behind the scenes is going to go and make sure that scoreboard stays up to date. So, everyone at home that's following along with their brackets can kind of keep up with the game, keep up with the entire tournament via the website, and continue to participate again via those daily brags on our site.
And we already have first two Gulag matches on the tournament. One is already happening for Michigan State. Evan from Michigan State is in the Gulag right now. I know that we're watching Neil, and he's already with 2 kills himself as well, so that's pretty impressive. Both teams are really bringing the heat down.
Absolutely. And you guys, for everyone who hasn't seen a college esports tournament before, that's okay. I hadn't either until I was on the last Bragg House broadcast, but this is really interesting. It's taking something that everybody's doing. Everybody's playing a lot of Call of Duty at home. I know I see my friends list and I see the productivity of my friends. Absolutely plummet. I know everyone's playing Warzone. It's the hottest new game, and what the Bragg House has done is kind of tied in the rules of traditional college baseball into somewhere where I don't believe it's ever really been done before. They just kind of continue to carve into this space. Now, Daniel, can you kind of explain some of the rules, just so everyone at home, this is so new. How does the game get scored? How does the team, win points? How does that work so everyone at home can follow along?
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the first things that we did was, terminology again. We call every kill a run. That's the first thing that we're doing. But the two more unique aspects of what we're implementing from baseball is actually the logic of what a home run and a grand slam is. So every lobby, when you start a lobby, starts with 150 gamers. So if any one of the teammates in a squad survives to the last 50 gamers, they're getting a home run essentially, and that home run is equal to 2 extra kills. If instead of surviving to the last 50, they survive to the last 20, that home run is being converted from the home run to a grand slam that's worth 4 extra kills in total.
Oh wow. Okay. So there's gonna be some big score. There's gonna be some big wins, hopefully, throughout the course of this tournament. Like, have you guys, just from what you guys have seen of the players, meeting and talking to the gamers that are actually in this tournament? Ryan, I know you're a big gamer yourself. Any pre-seeds you guys want to put out there? Anything that you guys want to put out there in terms of playing with fate? I don't know. Last time I did a horrible job of making a wager beforehand, so I'm not going to say anything this time. But I don't know if any of you three guys have any predictions.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Ohio State in our March Madness bracket, they were the runner-up, finishing just behind Virginia Tech in a really intense final. So I have to go with my gut. I had to take them in this first round over Michigan State. My dad's alma mater, so sorry, Dad. But I really like how they play. I think they play really well as a team together, and we've seen some really interesting strategies coming up from the teams in the pre-qualifiers. It'll be interesting to see if we have any of these pop up in these official round of 8 matches.
Yeah, I mean, last time it was kind of interesting because what we saw last time during March Madness was we saw a lot of players, kind of going to team strategy. We saw some that were going lone wolf strategy. That really worked all the way up to the very end of the tournament for some players. But this time we're doing 3-man squads, which makes it a little bit more organized. Daniel just kind of broke down for us, how you guys are doing the scoring. So I think that there's going to be a lot of tactical play here. It's not going to be just straight run and gun like last time where guys are just looking for frags. It's going to be a lot more of like, let's keep all 3 of my guys up. Let's make sure we all get to the the top 20, maybe the top 10 gamers left in the match. It's going to be much more about teamwork, I think, than like the run and gun style that we really saw succeed last time.
Absolutely, no, that's something we actually saw from Michigan yesterday in their pre-qualifier against UVA. They employed a really interesting strategy where they would go from the plane straight to the roof of Superstore every single game, with the exception of maybe one. And they would just land really hot in a really populated area and try and get as many early kills as they could. Typically, as a squad, they would get 3-4 kills before they'd end up being sent to the gulag. They would go try and get their gulag kills, and then regardless of how many of them won their gulag or how many of them got respawned, they would all leave the lobby and enter into a new one. They kind of realized that getting as many kills as they could really early on into the lobby and then getting those really easy chances of kill in the gulag was really advantageous to them. Really fit their play style of run and gun really well. So they probably played twice as many games, if not more, than UVA played in their 1 hour time frame. But they ended up getting almost twice as many kills by not going for the home runs, not going for the grand slams, and just going for early game kills and then getting out of the lobby and going back for more early game kills.
Now, I know in other tournaments, it played a little bit differently. This time we're scoring, relative to where you finish. We talked about the rules a few minutes before we jumped into the thing today, and, me and Lavelle kind of had the same idea in terms of, game theory. Daniel, you said even the teams brought this up. Really it would behoove you to get into that top 20 players left and then kind of jump out instead of trying to play for the win. If you're really trying to maximize points, which obviously everyone in this tournament is, you kind of want to use that strategy to in extra seconds. As soon as I got to 19 people left, exit out to the lobby as a team and jump back in.
I mean, unless you have a team right there that you can take down, but otherwise, yeah, that would make sense, right? It doesn't make sense to spend 10 minutes to search for people to kill when you can just exit into a new lobby and have a whole new 150 gamers to hunt down.
Absolutely. I mean, in my experience, the final circle, when you get down to 20 people left, either everybody is really spread out and it's a big circle and it just happened to be a really bad play for the like where the circle landed, or it's super tight quarters and you already know where 2 or 3 more teams are. In terms of getting like home runs though, you know, I mean, unless it was like a one-man, you know, if I had all 3 of my guys, it was one guy left, I'd probably still exit out just trying to go for points unless it was like the last couple of seconds of the match.
Yeah, and well, we saw that from Team 1 of TCU today, where they only had 2 guys in their squad alive, but they were in the top 25 of players, so they kind of played it safe, got into that top 20, and then immediately rushed the squad trying to get some kills. They ended up dying, but they had already accomplished their goal. They got the first Grand Slam of the tournament. So, you know, we're seeing already how these rule changes have affected a lot of the thinking, a lot of the mentality in these games, and it's really made for some interesting tactical decisions and some interesting games.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how our reigning champs, Virginia Tech, do, because obviously, you know, Freedom J killed it last year at the last tournament, but you know, it's going to be a different strategy now because it's a squad.
It totally changes the entire game because it could be that he was playing with a squad that just like let him have the kills, so the numbers might not be like that much higher. Like now that the other 2 people in his squad will count, it really is a game changer the way like we're scoring the points and like getting the kills and count them as runs.
Yeah, it definitely keeps it more interesting. I think a little more exciting too. I think it keeps it a more even playing field. You know, you can kind of have more diverse strategy. Where last time we really saw that run and gun strategy completely prevail and dominant.
Yeah, and as of right now, I believe the score is 7-5 to Ohio State, right?
Yeah, that is correct. I have to refresh the cache real quick for you guys on stream, and we'll get that up to you.
Yeah, I believe it is 7-5. That is what the scoreboard is showing. So we have 33 minutes left of this match, guys. If you guys are just now tuning in, again, this is the first ever World Series esports competition. If you guys haven't heard of it, it's on the Bragg House TV. What is the Bragg House? It is your college hub for everything college sports. They provide a platform, a community, and now they're even getting involved with a ton of like traditional sports and tying into something that we can all enjoy from home. Super exciting. You guys can still get involved in the daily brags on the site. If you haven't seen us on Twitch before, make sure you guys drop a follow. Make sure you guys drop a subscribe. Keep up to date with us. We don't just have this tournament. We actually have another tournament later on this month as well. Well, I guess, you know, at the beginning of next month. It's going to be really, really fun. Just as big as this one. Just as action-packed. So make sure you guys follow us so you guys can stay up to date every time the Bragg House is going live.
And win those prizes, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah.
Fill
out those daily brags.
Absolutely. Now today you guys are giving away some cool prizes in the daily brags as well. You guys are also giving away just, you know, some gift cards, some cool prizes. You know, I know you guys don't want to announce what they are, where they're to, but we are giving away some gift cards. It is a surprise somewhere today in one of the games. So make sure you guys stay tuned, keep watching. The Bragg House is going to be giving away gift cards throughout the entire tournament. It's going to be a really fun time.
Oh, they're taking the TV.
We're going to say a word, we're going to say a phrase, keep staying tuned, and we're going to give you gift cards all day.
Ooh, I'm excited.
So we got Ohio.
Gift card, man.
Oh, yeah.
I'm dropping right on you.
And now, guys, we also have the daily brag. So if you guys just went, you guys filled out the bracket. If you guys haven't done your daily brags yet, now is a great time. We're in the first match of the day. You can still fill it out. There's nothing stopping you. You guys can open it on another tab. You might have another monitor open. If you're on your phone, you can even tab over and do it. It's going to take just 2 seconds, but you guys can fill out that daily brag, get involved, and literally double your chances to win. More than double your chances to win, because the daily brag is going to be something that we do every single day, and there's multiple chances to win. Whereas, as I learned during March Madness, if you fill out your bracket not that well from the beginning, if you don't know college sports, you are not going to probably end up winning that. So your best chance of winning, if you are not the hugest sports fan, if you are a huge esports fan and that's how you found it, do the daily brags. That's going to be your easiest way to win, because I had no idea what was up and down when it came to college sports. I just love Call of Duty Warzone. That's why I was there. And the daily brags definitely are a huge way to keep playing as the tournament proceeds.
Absolutely. And we're just about 15 minutes in now to this match in the tournament. Ohio State still nursing a 2-run lead over Michigan State. We don't look like we have either team too close to a home run territory right now, both having over 100 players in their lobby. But you're seeing them moving around. Michigan State right now down to 2 people in their squad. They're going to have to redeploy one of their teammates for a cool $4,500 if they want. You see them heading towards the buy station right now. They're also chasing after a bounty, as you can see with that yellow ring on their mini-map. We look over to Ohio State. We'll see they're doing the same thing right now, chasing a bounty. You got that heartbeat sensor out, keeping track of any nearby enemy squads.
Ohio is definitely better geared up, it looks like. It looks like they have a little bit more tactical gear already.
Yeah, it does. Michigan State, they got that thermal LMG, legendary LMG. It looks like they're chasing after this helicopter that just landed in the middle of the street. That probably was where that bounty went. Yep, the bounty refreshes, it goes far away. Ohio State, yep, getting some kills here.
Ooh, got dropped.
Oh, the semi-auto kind of hurting them right now.
Was that a wipe?
SJ Rags will be going down.
That's a hard one, close range, man. You have to have those shots connect. If you're gonna use like a single shot weapon like that, you have to be connecting headshots that close.
Yeah, and absolutely, and you can tell with the scope too that is not what that gun is meant to be used for. He gets pick jacked up though, chooses to forego the SMG on the ground there, especially despite having low ammo in his assault rifle. But they're back up, they get that squad wipe, and they're back at it.
And it is the M4. I mean, the M4 is definitely OP in this. You know, they've, I believe, tried to address it in patches like twice. It's still the best gun, in my opinion. His other gun is the Bamboo Shoot, which is a great lever action marksman rifle, another strong impactor, but again, another single shot. So, you know, it's going to definitely be harder for him to kind of get the draw on somebody. It seems like right now Michigan is all about the run and gun. Like, as you said, they were chasing a helicopter into the middle of the road. They're definitely chasing the blood, you know?
Yep, and they're even going to really highly populated areas, hanging out, going buy station to buy station. It looks like right now they might be trying to pick up a supply drop.
Yeah, so they just got a drop.
Oh, no, sorry, they're respawning their team. Yeah, they're redeploying their teammate.
Yep.
So Michigan State back up to 3 people. If we go a little scoring update here, we'll see that Ohio State currently has 10 kills, Michigan State at 7. So Ohio State actually expanding their lead by a little bit as we dip under 30 minutes into the match.
And we are getting to, I mean, these guys are both scoring, you know, pretty high. I think that's how this tournament's going to be. Like, I love the new scoring model. I think it's really cool what you guys came up with. It's going to be interesting. Like, as you guys can see, just sharing their armor, stopping, like, you can definitely tell this one is way more about tactics, which I'm going to enjoy to see how that, you know, draws down as we get to the top teams. You know, it's going to be something that we're going to see.
Qualifier had really high scores, man.
Really?
The team, like high 30s, like, you know, high 30s and 40. Oh, no, 40 something, right? Was the
it was
43 was the winning total for.
I think it was 46 to 38, but keep in mind that was a 60-minute match. It wasn't a 45-minute match.
That is true. Yeah, another big difference between those pre-qualifiers and the round of 8 is that while the pre-qualifiers were 60 minutes, the round of 8 will be best of 3 45-minute rounds. So they only have 45 minutes here to try and get the dub, but they'll be coming back tomorrow to face each other once again. The winner trying to close it out. Ohio State in a close quarters match right here. The M4 comes out. It looks like they're able to clean up a kill, but 2 squad mates are finished.
And Matt, I mean, that best out of 3 series, you know, that's in gaming, but also in baseball too for people that play baseball. So we wanted to make sure we put a little bit of that in there.
Absolutely. You know, I think that's definitely a huge component. I know last time it was kind of like single match, doing the best of 3. Definitely, you know, more in line with like ESL, ESEA models for esports. So it's cool that you guys continually listen to like player feedback, you listen to fan feedback, and then you guys just continue to innovate the platform. That's really cool.
Absolutely, and if you look at Michigan State right now, man, they are just tearing people apart with this thermal scope LMG right now.
You know, I hate the LMG so much, and I see people do things like that, and it's just like, I think it's just a spray control. You have to be so good with the spray control to be able to do things like that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely way easier for controller users to use with that aim assist that comes naturally. And you know, it's all about knowing your tools and knowing what you're comfortable with. I often don't really see, or I personally don't really ever use the LMG in these games, but I see guys like Kim Neal make plays like that, and suddenly I rethink my whole strategy.
I know. I'll see something like that, and then I pick one up the next round, and then I'm reminded why I don't pick it up, and then I don't touch it for another 6 rounds.
Yeah. So Ohio State, they're currently at 11, but they're back in the lobby right now.
So they
I'm sorry, they're at 16. My apologies, 16. So we just got a score update. SJ Rags for Ohio State with 5, KSWB 4, and Timber with 7 kills. No team yet has gotten a home run or a grand slam, but it looks like Michigan State is right on the border. Yeah. They have 55 players left in their lobby. He's the only Kim Neal is the only one alive for the squad, but if he can make it just 5 more people in, he'll be getting his team. 3 more people now. He'll be getting his team an extra 2 runs, and then likely.
All he needs to do is really just run and survive and not get killed. 51.
Yeah.
Oh.
51. One more person. He'll achieve a home run for his squad.
That one was just revived. It went up to 52.
Oh yeah.
Now, guys, just real quick, there is ways to win as you go through this tournament. Keep doing the daily brags.
49,
Hopefully
guys.
you filled out your bracket. There's also a really cool way to get more brag bucks. And brag bucks are a cool royalty point. You accrue brag bucks just by watching the stream today. So I just want to break down real quick. If anybody wants to host the channel, you're going to get awarded brag bucks if you host the channel. If you follow us, you're awarded some brag bucks on Twitch. What we did is we took our bits and we labeled them as brag bits. So we are going to be giving those away. All you have to do is just keep watching. I believe it's every 5 minutes. You're going to get 10 brag bits. They're going to be dropping automatically. All you have to do is be logged into your Twitch account. Twitch is going to allocate them to your account. You guys can do all types of cool stuff on future tournaments, like request songs, get involved, redeem it for merch in the future. It's going to be a really cool experience. But if you do want to host the tournament on your channel, if you are a Twitch person, you do have a following, feel free to host us. You actually get 100 brag bits just for doing that. So just wanted to let everybody know, if you guys are seeing those accrue in the bottom right-hand corner, that's what those are.
Yo, so Michigan State just got a first home run for the match, and now that brought them to be behind only 1 run versus 3 runs. So they're like neck and neck right now.
Yeah, 16-15 on our score total for us.
Woo. Oh man, this is gonna be tight all the way to the end, and we're only 25 minutes in. There are full 20 minutes left. Man, where is it gonna end? I actually have no clue who's going to win right now.
It cut out.
Who do you think is going to have the advantage this round 1?
I gotta agree with Ryan, man. Ohio State, just because we saw what they did last time, man. Like, they kept it the whole tournament. They were going hard. So I think that they have the energy, they have the momentum, and I mean Michigan. I don't know. Michigan's going running down, but they're in the lobby right now. So I think it's really gonna come down to who spends more time in the lobby.
Yeah, but the thing about Michigan State being in the lobby right now is they also were wasting a lot of time before that with only one player, Kim Neal, running around not getting any kills. I know it was definitely important that he got that home run, but there was a few minutes that went by where he had 2 squad mates just not playing at all. They weren't really pursuing any runs. So it'll be interesting to see how that affects it. If maybe it would have made more sense for them to forego the home run extra runs and go straight for the new lobby and get some quick kills.
I think so.
Absolutely.
I will say though, our team had the pleasure of onboarding the MSU team, weeks before the tournament, and when we told them that their first 3 runs are again Ohio State, they started talking smack. They started saying, Ohio State have no chance. We're not gonna go to the 3rd round. We're just gonna beat them the first 2 rounds and call it a day.
Yeah, we got really lucky with how this bracket worked out. We have a ton of really big rivalries in that first round.
Yeah.
We have obviously this Big Ten rivalry here, Ohio State and Michigan State. In the other corner of the bracket, we almost had Virginia and Virginia Tech, but Michigan shattered those dreams for Virginia. We have UCLA and Cal Berkeley coming up later, so a big Pac-12 West Coast rivalry there. And then everyone knows the classic rivalry of Florida State and TCU. Those guys, they just don't get along, maybe.
I think that's gonna be for me the best match of the day. You know, I'm a pretty big Florida State fan, so that's gonna be an interesting one. I think that really, I mean, it could be anybody's tournament though. Last time I made a whole bunch of assumptions based off, what I do know of college sports, and huge upsets in our March Madness tournament. So it's gonna be really interesting to kind of see how this unfolds.
Florida State say they're coming through this time. Though.
All right, well, I'm gonna
let you know that, Matt.
Well, I remember how much Devon reminded me how much I was wrong last time.
So we're in just under 20 minutes left in this match here. And Ohio State, looks like they're struggling right now. They're going to be sent to the Gulag.
We're still 16-15 right now. So we're going to see.
Or no, not even to the Gulag. They have one player just finished. As I say that, Michigan State goes down too. They're going to be going to the Gulag.
They're full team spectating, I believe, right? No.
Ohio State has one player in the Gulag, 2 just dead. Let's see if you can pick up the kill.
Same thing for the other team, too. It looks like one's still alive.
They have 1 still alive but down, 1 in the Gulag, and 1 just still fighting. All right, so Ohio State, they'll lose their Gulag match. So, or no, did they win the Gulag match?
I believe it's still. Let's see. He, I think, won that.
Yeah,
no, he lost because.
He lost the Gulag match. So they'll be heading back to the lobby. We'll be updating the score here for you guys. They now have 19 kills. Michigan State unofficially at 17.
19 to 8.
Michigan State, they had their one player won the Gulag. He's coming back in. And they're landing at Superstore, always a highly populated area. So it'll be interesting to see if there will be any loot left over. Now that they're coming back in a little bit later in the game. Ohio State back into that lobby. I guess it's still pretty early in the game for Michigan State. Oh, but it looks like they got a player down as well. So they're going to have a fight coming up here in the stacks of Superstore.
Now, guys, if you are just joining us, this is Ohio State, Michigan State playing. This is game 1 of the final Sweet 16, right, guys? That's
Elite 8.
Elite 8, my bad. I'm sorry about that. That's how much I know about college sports, guys. I am definitely on the WARZONE side of the expertise here on this channel. So we are down to our Elite 8. Now we have 3 more games after this afternoon. So if you guys are just now tuning in, make sure, get comfortable, get your snacks, use the bathroom. We have 3 more games, bringing you guys a lot of entertainment, and then more games next week. So make sure you guys are hitting that follow button. Make sure you guys keep up to date with what the Bragg House is doing. We are on Instagram. I saw somebody ask if we are on other socials. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Might even still be on MySpace if you want us to be on MySpace. You follow us, we'll be there. Just look for our content, guys.
And as you know, Matt, as you said, people who follow baseball, College World Series was canceled. We have the College World Series format. We skipped the regionals, but we hope to have that one day. And went straight to the College World Series. We have 8 teams competing in the College World Series in esports. So we're trying to keep it similar.
Absolutely. Now we do have OSU dropping back in. We have 45 seconds left on the warm-up before they get back into it. Now we are almost in the last 15 minutes. So guys, it's getting hot. It's getting super competitive. We have a super close game. It could be anybody's win at this point. It's really going to come down to what both teams do as they drop back in.
And Michigan State, they won their Gulag match, but 2 of their squad mates are still dead, so it looks like they're going to be quitting out to the lobby. Trying to enter into a new game, which is definitely the smart call in this situation, I would believe. And refreshing the score right now, looks like it's 20-all.
Yeah, man.
So things are really starting to pick up as we reach the final 15 minutes of this match. Ohio State, I would have to give a slight advantage to right now because they're closer to getting into a game with only 5 minutes left on the warm-up lobby counter. Michigan State is going to be searching for a new game to get into right now.
The scoreboard should actually be updated right now. MSU, the Spartans are actually leading 22-20.
Oh, 22-20. All right, so they're turning things around here. Michigan State, 15 minutes left, taking the lead, 2/3 of the way through. Hilarious. The prize for winning the College World Series bracket is a $1,000 grand prize. And then we have
fill out the bracket. You guys can win $1,000, but we also have daily brags every single day that you guys can still enter and win. You guys can get brag bits just by watching the entire tournament. There's gonna be prizes the entire weekend. That's one thing I love about the last tournament, guys. You guys love to give away prizes. You guys love to engage with the fans, engage with the community, and the community loves engaging with you guys. Shout out to Mitted Teddykins, I believe I said that right. Thanks for saying I dig the stream. Thanks, guys. Yeah, we really tried to improve off the last stream. Farm Boy saying,
Farm Boy.
what's up, man?
Como esta, brother?
Watching us from the hacienda. What is up?
All right, so under 15 minutes now, Ohio State with a rough entry to the game. They already got one player down. The other two squad mates fighting for their lives. They're taking heavy damage. They got another one down here, too. Looks like the whole squad is about to be sent to the gulag.
Not what you want to see in the final 15 minutes.
Exactly, especially having just entered a game, giving Michigan State a little bit more time to exit the lobby, get into a game, and hopefully expand on this lead for them. Ohio State, they're going to have 3 players in the gulag right now, but this is an opportunity for 3 kills, so maybe it'll work out for them.
Right?
It looks like Michigan State. I mean, Michigan State has a big advantage if they don't get these gulags.
He's your left.
There we go.
Yeah, Michigan State finally getting into a game. They're taking them a long time. Oh, and Ohio State loses their first gulag match.
All right, so they're down to their last player now. He's about to go in. Now
they lose their second gulag match now too.
Now Michigan State this could really be it if they jump in. And again, like as you were saying, Ryan, every single drop so far, they jump right into the action. They go for the hot spots, they go for the kills.
Ohio State absolutely crushing, loses all 3 of their gulag matches, only get 1 kill for that lobby. God, that's a huge kind of waste of time, spending all that time trying to get into the lobby in the first place, finally getting in, being 2 runs down already to Michigan State, and then once they get in, only leave with 1 kill, have to go back into the lobby search. That is a tough scenario.
Yeah, so it is 22 to 21 right now to the Spartans.
Yeah, Michigan State now only 25 seconds away also from entering into their new lobby.
They have a full 2 minutes almost advantage now, basically.
Yeah, so that'll be big to see if Michigan State can capitalize on this opening that the Buckeyes have just handed to them. Those gulag matches, man, those were tough to watch. Just erratic shooting, not using their equipment. Really hate to see that.
Absolutely. So we are, guys, jumping in under 13 minutes left. It's still a super close game. It could be anybody's game at this point. I believe you said it's 22 to 20 right now?
22 to 21. Yeah, you have to.
We're trying to get an update on the scoreboard. It should be coming through.
There we go. We just got it in.
All right. There we go. So guys, as you guys know, Warzone, newer game. I believe we're one of the first companies to really do an esports tournament wrapped around Warzone. Now, Lavelle, could you speak real quick? I know we have 12 minutes left. Could you tell us real quick? Yeah, what did you guys see in Warzone that made it make sense for a World Series tournament?
I think it was kind of like the newest game out, and we wanted to be kind of fresh on the scene with one of the newest games. We put together a new strategy. So we were kind of leveraging, all the sports fans. I think we're all sports fans here, with something new, and we wanted something that everybody could relate to. And it's been great. We've heard good feedback. We try to listen to what people say, and they said that, hey, they want more of it. So we even have more people, more engagement than we even had last time around this time.
Yeah, absolutely. And Bragg House, at its essence, is all about creating a community, right? And what better game than one of the most popular multiplayer games in the world, especially one that's cross-platform. So we can include as many people as we can. There's very little limits to actually playing. Warzone, of course, is a free-to-play game mode. So we're all just about trying to include as many people, again, everyone involved in some element. And, it's really paying dividends. We've loved the support we've gotten from all the fans, the audience, and we're going to just keep making the content for you guys.
And I know you guys aren't afraid of going different directions. I want to talk more to you guys about the tournament you guys have coming up. next month, which is a different game, completely new direction. But we do have 10 minutes, 30 seconds left. I do want to mention real quick, we just had MSU lose a player, go down. They were able to revive everybody, get them back up. They're still in the game. Right now, OSU is just now dropping back in, not a warm-up. They're into a fresh match, fresh competition. It's still a very close game. This could really be anybody's game still. Unfortunately, MSU was not able to really take advantage of that few minutes that they were alone.
But they have to an extent. They've gotten all their gear into a pretty good point for such an early game. And may have noticed a few seconds ago, they're opening up their mini map. They're pinging where they can see enemy gunfire. Still getting that loot, of course, but really playing aggressive. And a fabulous snipe there by Neil.
Yeah, that was an awesome snipe. Hit armor, got it right away.
So it'll be interesting to see how aggressively they push this here at Airport. Ohio State, meanwhile, they're in a game of their own right now.
They are in the game of their own, but MSU is getting into a comfortable lead at this point. I believe the score right now is about 25-21. I mean, we all know that a Grand Slam can change all of it now with our new rules, but I mean, it's still they're building up that advantage.
Absolutely, and it is interesting to see how few home runs and Grand Slams that these teams are taking advantage of. We know Michigan State with the only home run so far. Obviously, there was a little 2-run swing that they're getting in their favor. We'll see if either of these teams go for it in the final 9 minutes, but it might just not be enough time. They might just have to go uber aggressive and try and get some kills. Ohio State especially to try and shorten up this lead.
Yeah, they're definitely going to have to get it going and keep it going the rest of the match if they're really going to try to catch up, because MSU is pulling ahead now.
Oh my gosh, and Michigan State running straight into an ambush. Wow. They had the
It's hard when you
shield
get set up like that, man.
Yeah. Even the thermal scope LMG couldn't save them here. And Ohio State, again, in a really tough position.
Not the best drop. We have one
SJ
player,
going down there.
two players.
He's down, chasing the bounty.
One player hard down, another player possibly revivable. Doesn't look like his teammates moving towards him.
Nope. One of the teammates gets finished.
No, guys,
Got a player down right here. It looks like it's going to be a gulag trip for the whole squad for anything short of a miracle. Michigan State right now got one in the gulag. Let's see how he performs. Oh, and he gets the kill. That's another big thing, too. Michigan State really taking advantage of these gulag opportunities. Remember, unlike in the March Madness bracket, these gulag kills count. They are runs. And, they're a really easy opportunity to get runs in a 1v1 scenario.
Now, who do you think out of the two teams, who do you think have the home advantage on the chat?
On the chat?
Let's see.
Probably Ohio State. That's what I would have to guess.
I mean, they're thugs.
Alright, we have a chance to get
What was that, Lavelle?
I said they're thugs. I don't expect anything else.
Absolutely. So, I mean, it looks, guys, like to me, MSU is definitely pulling ahead. You saw crazier upsets in less than 7 minutes last tournament. But, MSU may go ahead and progress from this. Whoever wins from that would be playing the winner of the game we have coming up after this. And that's from 6 to 6:45 p.m. So, guys, after this match, stay tuned. The next match is FSU versus TCU. That's coming to you live right at 6 p.m. So as soon as this is over, we have a few minute intermission. Then we're going to be going right into game number 2 of the first ever World Series esports tournament.
I'm making a
Ohio State, another gulag kill.
I'm making a bold call right now, even though it's too close. I think our grand champion Virginia Tech and our runner-up OSU is going to get knocked off in the first round.
Wow, really?
Ooh, that's a big statement there.
And I'm going to hear it because I know people from both of them, but I'm making it. But that's a good thing. It's a series. It's a best out of 3 series. So
wow, Scott McGinn in the chat. Is Braghouse just a front for Ohio State slander? No, if it was, we wouldn't keep inviting him. But we invite you guys to show up to the tournaments harder. No,
Hey,
but-
Scott, I picked you guys before the tournament, and right now you are not showing up. Remember, it is a best of 3, so these two teams will be back at it tomorrow.
Yep.
But with only just over 5 minutes remaining, MSU looks like they got a commanding lead. Ohio State has 2 players dead. They lost both their
3
gulag matches
minutes
too, which is another
left.
2 kills. It's
Looks
not.
like he's pistol firing in the air, trying to call fire over to them. Not the most hopeful rap. So
A desperate strategy, but one I respect nonetheless.
I mean, it's worked though. You know, if you're going for just frag, look, there's somebody running towards him. He found somebody. Let's see what he can do. All he has is a pistol. That guy's
Yeah,
like
that'll be interesting.
far into the round. So he's
Oh,
probably-
luckily he finds a supply box here. Maybe he can get something out of that.
yeah,
Oh, an
he's gonna eat this
LMG.
guy
All
up.
right.
Who's gonna eat this guy? Let's see. Maybe not. Not the spot he wanted to be in.
Yes.
Probably not.
All right,
But see,
guys.
he does get the down.
Yeah. Boom.
Yeah, so
Good
he gets a kill there.
Now he's got an RPG.
Meanwhile, Michigan State employing a strategy that we've seen in previous tournaments and has always been very successful, using the vehicles to their advantage. You know, in some of the pre-qualifiers and so far in this match, we haven't seen very many teams use vehicles at all. But Freedom J for Virginia Tech kind of coined it in our March Madness bracket. He was just riding around in a truck all day, hopped out, throwing C4, and getting easy squad wipes. So Michigan State, they got a player down, but they'll be getting the revive right now. They're up against another squad here. It looks like they might have finished them. They're opening up supply boxes, looking for any armor plates they can find. Try and recover just a little bit.
No, they did put an
A trophy system.
Yeah, trophy system. So that's going to be interesting. It looks like they're going to keep trying to drive into the fire. They know they only have a few minutes left. Both
2
teams right now in
minutes left.
vehicles looking for kills.
And the advantage is double digits, ladies and gentlemen. Double digits, 32 to 22, Michigan State.
Oh my gosh, yeah, Michigan State really running away with it. I mean, the vehicles are a great strategy, and they're typically a one-hit kill if they can just manage to tag any enemies with it. Obviously, you know, easier said than done, but still a very viable method in itself.
I mean, I've gotten 8 to 10 kills in one spot with just a helicopter. You know, the vehicles can be absolutely
overpowered.
lethal. You know, if you know
it's
what
all-
you're doing with them. Even the
Yeah.
ATV. I've seen the ATV win matches.
Yep. So, you know, maybe this is something we begin to see more of in the tournament. If the future competitors are watching, trying to get some information. Michigan State, oh man, they have one go down here, but they still have 2 up, and you did get damage. They'll be fighting to take down one of the squad. The other one comes down the stairs. He goes down. He gets a knock. They have 1 person left up. I know that last remaining member of the enemy squad, though, took a lot of damage. And it looks like he is able to clean it up for Michigan State. So that's another 2 kills right there added to the total. Ohio State, meanwhile, still running around stadium. Still got 2 squad members down. Just under 3 minutes. They don't have enough time to quit the lobby and rejoin another one. So, unfortunately, and Michigan State, it
He's
looks
still
like
going,
will
though. He's still going.
go down there. He
He's
is
got
doing
one
his
down.
best. He's finding some kills here.
Let's see.
Time.
He's got to get the downs.
What's the time?
And the LMG is coming in
2
clutch.
minutes, 27 seconds left, Daniel.
Aha, we started at 5 p.m. though.
I believe we actually started a few
We
minutes
started
late.
a
We did
couple minutes.
intros.
Yeah, a couple minutes
Okay,
later.
real quick. So we have 2 minutes left now, guys. The next game does start right at 6. So if you are a FSU fan, Scott, I see you in the chat saying, yeah, you are ready to see the Noles win, saying Gulag kills coming your way from the Seminoles. Looking forward to it. I'm on the same team as you, my man. I'm looking forward to this getting going, guys. So our next match of the night, FSU versus TCU. Now, in that intermission, Lavelle, I'd love to ask you some more questions about the next tournament you guys have coming up at the end of the month, as well as the rest of this tournament. Everyone at home, if you guys are just tuning in, take that time. If you haven't already done your daily brags, go over to the site, fill out your daily brag, enter for your chance to win even more cool prizes.
All right, we're calculating the last results right now.
Looks like Daniel is
I did a whole circle around stadium.
calculating the final score.
What the fuck's going on?
I have no clue, damn it.
So with a
And
minute 20, it
Michigan-
looks like both teams are going to the lobby. Yep. That's probably going to call it.
Michigan State.
We gotta start
That's it.
catching up Gulag.
34 to 27. There it is.
Yeah, I know.
There we go, guys.
So taking the first round of this best of three, Michigan State with a 34-27 win over Ohio State, and honestly a really great showing from both teams to do so many get so many runs in 15 minutes less than they had in the pre-qualifiers is honestly really impressive.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a strong game from both teams. I really like seeing Michigan play. That was a good performance, and it was a good team synergy. I think that's probably going to be my favorite going forward. I mean, granted, I don't want to speak after the first game again, but definitely seems strong.
Yeah, and there are definitely two elements that put Michigan State above Ohio State in that game. But there are things that Ohio State could pretty easily fix, right? The first is obviously gulag kills. Michigan State seemed to capitalize on every single opportunity in the gulag, whereas Ohio State had a few times where all three of them would be sent to the gulag and they would leave with 0 kills for that lobby, which, against competition like this, you just can't afford to do. You need to get those kills wherever and whenever you can, and leaving kills in the gulag is not a winning strategy. Another thing is Michigan State, it took them a little while to figure it out. They really started utilizing the vehicles to get around quickly from squad to squad, rack up some kills, get back in the vehicle, and go find another squad. It takes a lot of time out from just running around aimlessly trying to search for enemies. Another thing, which typically is a deterrent to vehicles but is actually beneficial for this tournament format, is when you're in a vehicle, you show up a bright red on your opponent's minimap. So automatically, enemies know where you are. They're coming to you. Now, typically in a game, you might not want that. For this tournament, where it's all about getting as many kills as you can, that is it's got to be your bread and pudding right there. Absolutely. That is what's going to get you those kills, get you those runs, and progress you farther in the tournament.
Absolutely. I'm excited to see this next game, guys. So we have Florida State, TCU, going at it head-to-head in the next match. And real quick, while we have a few minutes between our rounds, everybody at home, make sure you guys go fill out those daily brags. Now, Lavelle, can you tell me a little bit about the next tournament that you guys have coming up? You guys have back-to-back esports tournaments this month, right?
Yeah, we again, when Ryan was saying, we want to create a community, and we want to create a strong community that encompasses everyone. So we're having an all-female women's gamer women's cup that we're doing in soccer, and we're actually going to be playing a different game. We're going to be playing Rocket League, actually. Actually pretty excited about that, and we have a couple of special guests that we'll hold off telling now, but a couple of big sports stars are going to be coming and joining us.
Well, you guys have definitely shown out before with a special guest. Last time you guys had an unannounced guest. I didn't even know who it was, and I was going to be on the broadcast with you guys. Turns out it was, former NFL All-Star, former Texas alum, Devon Morgan. That was a huge moment. I have no doubt whoever's going to show up to our next match is going to be equally as big. Now, you said that's Rocket League, so that's a very fast-paced game, very close to soccer. So I'm going to make a prediction that it's a big soccer star, since you guys, brought, big.
How perceptive.
yeah, right. So that's what I'm betting on.
I hope everyone watched the women's world national cup. So.
Women's national cup. Okay, so is that a clue? Is that a clue? Okay.
No clue. No.
All right. So now I'm super stoked. I'm actually wearing a soccer jersey.
USA.
There we go. Okay. So all right. So 2 clues. That's 2 clues, I think now. So we'll see what manifests.
We have a lot of special guests, but yeah, it's like we really wanted to create a community that encompasses everyone. And we know female gamers are huge. We don't see them a lot in tournaments, but they're huge.
They're out there.
They're out there. So we wanted to make sure that we had something that encompassed all of that. So we did that, and we're stoked about it, and it's been received pretty well, Matt. So we're excited about it.
That sounds super exciting. That's going to be an awesome thing to tune into. Now, guys, I know we do have a few minutes before our next game, so we will be right back. But, guys, stay tuned in. Make sure you go fill out your daily brag. We will be back in just a moment. Alrighty, guys, and we are back once again. We are going into our very next game. We are going to be now seeing FSU versus TCU. I'm joined once again by Lavelle, Daniel, and Ryan, all with the Bragg House, and we are joined today to watch some colleges throw it down in Call of Duty Warzone. If you're just now joining us, it's not too late to get involved. You did miss the bracket. It did close at the beginning of the match, but there's still daily brags every single day that you guys can jump into. If you're just now tuning in, guys, get ready. This is going to be a fun one.
All right, both teams are loading to their first lobby right now, so that's going to be exciting to see them play. We already
I'm
saw.
pretty excited about this matchup, Daniel.
So
Pretty excited.
I had a chance to think with the FSU squad about a few days ago, updating them about who they're going to go up against, telling them we're not sure which TCU team is going to be. They have a qualifier, and they're like, it doesn't matter. We're going to win anyway. But after seeing the team from TCU that won the pre-qualifier earlier today, I'm honestly concerned for FSU.
I'm curious if any of the Florida State players tuned in to watch that stream earlier and get a little tactical recon going on TCU.
Yeah, that was a big difference we saw in the last tournament. That was a huge difference maker. So it's going to be interesting to see, what happens this time and if somebody's going to be stepping up to that plate. It's going to be a requirement. I think this one's way more tactical.
Yeah, absolutely. And I already have an early, favorite for best name of the tournament. Florida State has a player called Cup of Apple Juice.
Ooh, okay.
So, I don't know why, but it speaks to me.
I like if you listen to the game stream, the Florida State guys were like, TCU? What is that, Texas? What?
Well, that being said, let's jump right into it. So we do have now two different teams. We have FSU, who's going to be on the left-hand side for everybody. We have TCU, who's going to be on the right-hand side. Guys, we're going to be updating the entire match. Let's go ahead, get started. It's time to start off our very first moments of the game. Looks like everyone's dropping in right now. The very first round.
All right, we're going to get that timer going for you in just a second.
I can tell
the match, so let's get that timer. It's gonna be interesting to see how these two styles kind of contrast compared to last game. Last game we had some very interesting, moments, but really MSU kind of running down the whole time, but stayed very organized, made sure they got each other up, and only in the last what was it, guys? 6 minutes do we really see them tear away. The rest of the match it was a 2-point spread.
Yeah, and Ohio State was actually winning for a really good part of that tournament, or of that round. So. It's just more proof that the game's never over.
Texas Crush University. We see you in the chat,
I respect that. I
respect that, too.
Absolutely. So let's see. A couple kills off rip going in. TCU's bringing it.
Yeah, and we saw this earlier too. They're a fast-paced team, and not only are they fast-paced, but they stay alive too. They were, as we said earlier, the first team in the tournament to have a grand slam. And obviously that was just the pre-qualifying rounds, but that's a 4-point run swing. It makes a big difference, as we saw just in that last match. Those 2 runs that Michigan State got from their home run proved to be pretty big midway through the round.
Absolutely. So here we're seeing, both teams, interestingly enough, kind of in very different, but also very populated, traditionally areas of the map. One's over near airport, the other one is over near Lumber. Should be running into a lot of people. There we go. There's some action. So they're making a connection with another team.
I'm down. Yo, let's get a car and get downtown or something more active.
Yeah, we got it.
Or UAV right off the bat.
I don't care if we have
UAV. Let's go UAV.
Oh yeah, push the UAV. Alright, yeah, push.
I think we need to disengage.
Push that shit.
Just go fuck them.
Yeah,
Push the loot. Push.
Someone in here.
Oh, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And I really love the way they were set up. Obviously, they had two guys go down in the battle, but I don't know. Did he finish that guy that he had down? That might be. Okay, so
I ran out of ammo.
they're all heading to the gulag right now. It'll be interesting to see what their strategy is after their gulag matches.
I'm gonna get this car and go since we're literally playing against time.
Yeah, get the
I don't even-
car and then you drive.
I'm not even worried about the other team. It's just like, yeah, we just gotta play
Get Luke
against time.
to watch the other team.
Let's go
Basically
fuck 'em up.
practice still, you know, because like,
Hmm.
just drive towards bounty.
Yep.
I'll call it like right now.
And they're hopping into a vehicle right now, so we'll see if they're able to utilize that to get any quick kills. I know they're just making their way to the circle right now. But, you know, it's early game. There's still a lot of players out and about everywhere.
Hop on here.
How about right here?
Oh, hello.
Yeah, they're patrolling the outer ring of that circle right now, playing gatekeepers a little bit. That thermal scope on that LMG coming in handy as he, like, is patrolling the countryside here of this map. Meanwhile, TCU wasting no time getting their gulag wins. And they had all three players win their gulag.
Bounty's there too.
So that's another 3 kills right there.
Damn.
That's what I'm saying. These gulag kills, they're often the difference maker in a lot of these matches, just being able to capitalize on them. Oh, and they're dropping hot right onto another team right now.
Follow shots.
There's 2 teams fighting.
This is not good though.
I want to get shot at.
Fucking quarry.
Yeah, especially with the only equipped with those starting pistols. Building probably looted by the people below them, but they are going to make a move on them. And it looks like they got the jump coming in through the window. Yeah.
1 kill. There you go.
One of them goes down. 2 of them are down now, but oh, he's got the ammo box and a shotgun.
Try to get some more money.
Oh, not a shotgun. He's got, what is that, an AR?
I'm trying.
The Odin?
I can't
Yeah.
find any fucking money anyway, bro.
he gets the finish and the team wipe. Both of his teammates are down, but he'll be able to stack up here on some supplies, get a little bit of cash, work towards maybe spawning them back in. Yeah, not a ton, not enough to redeploy anyone. It'll be interesting to see if they want to stay in this lobby or back out.
Come down here.
Where are you?
Oh shit,
Right
somebody's
here, come
pulling
down.
up.
Wow, TCU,
Damn.
Brian is absolutely tearing it up right now, putting on for the team.
Someone back like that.
I have armor.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that game earlier today warmed him up a little bit.
We watched them in the pre-qualifying. I mean, they went off.
They did go off, you know, scoring 46 kills in just an hour, so.
Black Craze is going crazy. Bring the energy, man. Bring the energy.
Oh my gosh.
God damn, the worst possible scenario.
My God.
10-0. Oof.
Jesus.
We got 10-2 right now. 10-2, Florida State on the board.
Wow.
But still a huge deficit in the first 6 minutes of this game. It's incredible. Finally, TCU is going to die. They're going to be heading back to the lobby, but not before doing a ton of damage.
Yo, we gotta win this shit, boys. We gotta win this shit.
I'm in the gulag right now.
Yeah, hopefully they can begin to dig into this deficit. Man, they got the auto shotgun right now. He's pushing up middle. wrapping back around the left side. Can't even locate his opponent right now. He's running all around. Oh, and he finds him in the back, and his opponent's not even playing, so that's a free kill for him. God, I keep thinking those are the automatic shotguns. That was the SMG right there. So he gets his gulag kill. He's heading back in. It looks like his teammate won their gulag too, so that's another kill. They're going to be dropping in right on the edge of that storm. And it looks like they have a spot picked out.
Yeah, don't leave.
Meanwhile, TCU,
Right there. Come on,
yeah, TCU is still in that loading screen right now.
I'm coming.
Come on, dog. Tying up.
Dude, that Odin was putting in
Chill,
some work.
chill.
Yeah.
I'm right by you, bro. Right by you, bro.
I'm fucking with you, nigga. Let's go this way, though. Oh, now we're good, baby. Hold on.
Yeah, and you know, Sam and Dannon and RZ streams both, you know, they definitely held their way early, but
Yep.
Ryan with 9 kills right now, 5 more kills than the entire Florida State team. Florida State, though, that was a great drop in for them. They landed right on a loadout drop. They're gonna get their custom loadouts and start making their way in. And it looks like they're right at the edge of home run territory. They just got a home run.
You know,
So
like
Florida State did an extra 2 runs there.
Brian got basically a kill per minute average so far.
Yeah, that's insane. Florida State digging into that deficit a little bit, though, with that home run. That's 2 extra runs added to their score total.
Yo, streaming makes this fucking hard as fuck to play this shit.
Yep. I mean, hey, it's a long game. There's still 37 minutes left. So, you know, if TCU goes on a little bit of a cold streak here, maybe we'll
Ryan,
get a little bit of time in this
the shorter tournaments are affecting people.
It will be really interesting to see. You know, it probably raises the anxiety a little bit because you got less time, and you know those loading screens, those lobby wait times suddenly start to hit you a little bit harder. But you know, it's hard to be going all out for an entire hour.
Yeah.
So maybe breaking it up into a little best of 3, 45 minutes each will help the teams kind of relax, get into their groove throughout the tournament, and really start to perform a little bit better.
Actually, let's send it. Let's send it.
Yeah, no, it's
Now check on score. It should be 6 actually, counting that home run that they just got.
Oh, that's
Got the home
correct.
sensor out, and the RPG. He's going to break shields there, but get knocked down. And his teammate goes 2, so that's a squad wipe for them. They'll be heading back to the lobby screen. But they do finish in the top 50 of players, so that is a home run.
Yep.
Those bonus points doing their work.
Oh, yeah.
Well, so that a common confusion there. The home runs are for top 50 players left, not top 50 squads. And then the Grand Slams are top 20 players, not 20 squads. So while their squad finished 21st, they're still about 20 or so players away from actually reaching that Grand Slam. But, you know, we're updated now. It's 13-6. TCU over Florida State. Only a 7-point deficit, so not nearly as bad as the opening minutes of this tournament. TCU's in game right now. They're going through Promenade, it looks like, maybe getting some loot.
I mean, if I remember correctly, like in the last match between Ohio State and Michigan, Ohio State had a comfortable lead of like 4 or 5 runs, and like out of nowhere, MSU just like took the lead and ran with it.
Yeah, you know, it really all began with that home run they got. They got into the top 50, got 2 extra runs, cut the deficit to like 2 or 3, and then suddenly, oh man, TCU finding out real quickly that, oh, I have not seen that. TCU with a 2-man vehicle riding 3 people. They got a player like surfing on the front end of that ATV. That is definitely a sight to see. I've never seen that in a Call of Duty game before. Yeah, I've seen the trophy systems before, but that ATV trick is a cool one. They got a helicopter near him.
Yeah, we gotta go hot. Like that.
Yeah, that was crazy. For those of you guys who may be joining us late, this is the second match, best of 3. But the second match today, TCU versus Florida State. Our first match was Ohio State versus Michigan State, which Michigan State ended up winning. TCU earlier today had a play-in game against another TCU squad. So they earned the right to be here, and they are definitely proving it now with an early smacking of Florida State. We have a whole new scoring system, too, in this tournament.
Yep.
Since we're basing it around the College World Series, all the points are scored as runs, just like in baseball. And you get 1 run for every kill. You have to play in a squad of 3, so you're working together with your squad to get as many kills/runs as possible. And then when any member of your squad lives into the top 50 players, you guys get a home run. A home run adds 2 extra runs to your squad's total. If you happen to live into the top 20 of your lobby, that home run becomes a grand slam. You get an additional 2 runs. So a grand slam, in total 4 extra runs that they can be getting as a squad to live. But there's a lot of strategy around it. Do you want to waste time going for those grand slams, getting those 4 extra runs? Or do you want to quit out and join a lobby with a higher population, find kills more easily? Last craze, Call of Duty is cross-platform, so these guys are playing on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC right now.
Hella teams to our right. Watch out. Oh fuck it.
Look.
Wait. To our right. Oh, right here. Where he at? Oh shit.
Yo, on me, up top.
Wow.
I got corner.
Yeah, same, bro. I had to go inside.
Alright, I'm gonna walk down.
Yeah.
It was really new. Yeah.
Yeah, we're at that. We're at that.
2 people on over here.
It's straight.
I'm already on first floor, bro.
Oh, boneyard.
Me too.
Alright. I'm gonna go
Yo,
right
come
now.
to me. Oh, what am I
The
doing?
airport search. There's
Come on.
Armor broke.
It's fucking.
From where?
Alright, it's straight.
Or go to the further one.
He's right behind me.
Either way.
Yo,
Wanna come to me?
I'm gonna do live.
Yep, he finds him, and he gets the down, too.
Got another one?
And TCU, they're in the gulag now. One of their members lost their gulag match, but one of them won, I believe. So now it's going to be Brian, their MVP so far, going up in the gulag. See if he can get another run for his team here. Feels the shots behind him, goes prone and gets the kill in the gulag. Wow, an incredible play to turn that around and get the kill and add 1 run to his squad's total, as well as redeploy. So TCU will be redeploying with a couple more kills to their name. Meanwhile, Florida State still, they're in Superstore right now. Got 1 down in the middle of a big fight. They're now got 2 down. There's one more.
Last one.
Tagging him constantly. And that might be a mistake.
He's going you.
I'm dead.
Good, dude. We're gonna have to.
I'm dead too.
Bro, get as many kills as you can there. Get as many
Yeah,
kills
so
as you
Florida State will be going to the gulag right now.
can.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah,
No. We have gulag.
Oh.
Gulag.
They're close. They're close. They only need another $1,200.
Serious cash.
So looks like Florida
got a
State.
few more kills. 15,
Florida
11
State's got 1 in the
TCU.
gulag right now and another one waiting.
Guys, it is 15-11 to TCU. The gap is getting smaller and smaller.
25 left.
Yeah, Florida State kind of hitting their groove right now with just under 30 minutes to play, and they got 1 more in the gulag right now. He's moving up slowly on the left side. Sees his enemy, but too late. Can't lock on with his ADS, and he gets killed. They have one more still going into the gulag.
On the board, it should be show
Yep, 15 to 11.
Perfect.
Land on the scar and drive over to us.
He has to see my screen.
Yep. And Florida State's other player winning his gulag match, so he'll be redeploying. It'll be interesting to see if Florida State decides to stay in this lobby with only one guy up, or if they're going to choose. It looks like they are going to choose to leave the lobby, enter a new game with a full squad. Yeah, I agree. Definitely the wise decision in this situation. Meanwhile, TCU running around, clearing apartments. Oh, my God. And they get jumped up on by another squad.
They have their loadout.
Yo, we're down 4. We're down 4. Let's go.
Alright,
Are you sure?
alright,
Yeah.
Same,
Let's go, baby.
same shit.
Same shit.
Keep that up.
So wait, so it's 7.
Yikes, bro.
What, how many do we
18,
have?
15?
13?
I don't know. Did they add it
No,
already?
18-13.
How much we get last time? 6?
We got 6 last time and
7.
7 this time.
Alright, it's
We're at-
11.
We're at
11
15 total.
13, 17?
6. Nigga, what?
Yeah.
Yeah. 13. Yeah.
We had 6 last time.
It's
and 7 this
13.
time.
It's 13, 15 right now. 13, 15. Let's go, bro.
Oh,
Oh,
so
we're
we're
down.
back.
Yo, hot drop. Superstore, bro. Hot drop.
Said go. Just quit out.
I go hot again, so that was way better.
Yeah, that was smart.
Yeah, Superstore, bro.
That's
Hey,
like,
hey.
yeah.
Hey, you know what the grandpa say? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Superstore.
Just gotta make sure we stay like right by each other, no matter what. Like no matter.
Yeah, fast.
Yeah, I know Bragg House is loving this one, bro.
Yo, this was a quick lobby too, so we got a little bit
The
of
other
advantage.
games were what they got 35 at the time. That's way more. But that was our first game, so or second game.
No, that was good. That was good. That was good.
25 more minutes, so we're
Alright, yeah.
basically halfway done. Alright.
All right, so just with 26 minutes left, TCU, their once 10-0 lead has been cut to just a 2-run lead, 15-13, as Florida State is also going to be the first of the two teams getting back into the lobby. They're going to be deploying here in just a second. Meanwhile, TCU is still loading, looking for a match.
Because, like, it was right at the beginning, so I thought everyone would drop there. But it's not how.
No,
it's not like
it's
PUBG.
straight.
And TCU, it looks like they're going for the Michigan strategy, going a hot drop straight to Superstore.
We're going roof. We're going roof a little bit.
He got muted or something.
It'll be interesting to see what they do here, if they try to just get those pistol kills up on the rooftop, or if they're going to be going for vehicles. They get a heavy assault rifle here. Can't pick it up for some reason. There he goes. And the game is afoot.
I'm sure you guys probably hear that. Yeah, he was actually screaming. He was like, "Pick it up!" He was screaming for his character to grab it.
The squad, a squad a little bit spread out, and that shows as one of them goes down.
Nice.
Able to get it down.
But
FSU
Slat is
connects them.
able to get a kill of his own. He finishes him off for one.
Definitely, that was kind of a lazy finish. Definitely kind of just
Yeah,
sit there for a
it definitely
second.
was.
Meanwhile,
Oh,
he's got
but
a
his-
teammate that's down. Should
Yeah,
be
his
getting
teammate
him
down
up.
is right here, so he should be able to get him up relatively safely. He's still keeping his eyes out, looking for any
Somebody
other
dropped
enemy
him.
squads.
Yeah, somebody dropped that teammate because he dropped
Yeah.
the other guy first. So there's somebody else either up there with him. Or
Oh
him
no,
in the-
he was already down.
Oh, was he? Okay.
Yeah, I think the guy that he killed knocked him. But you know, he didn't drop alone. He did go down. So there are definitely squad mates around in the area looking to take revenge. So they're gonna have to be careful here as they go through, make their way through Superstore, get some loot, and there we go. Noobster right here goes down. He's crawling back to safety, hoping to get the revive. Slat pushes up, shooting a dead body for good measure. And they get the revive off of Slat covering them. That's a good strategy here.
Definitely.
'Cause you never want to be short-handed in a squad-on-squad fight. Oftentimes, 2v3, that's what it makes all the difference.
Yep.
He's low.
And they're in an intense firefight here, using that concrete pillar for cover. They're pushing up, Slat getting onto the second level. Noobs are flanking.
And the score is 16-15 right now.
Oh,
So the gap is only 1 run, which is
Oof.
nothing in this game. Nothing. One
And
run doesn't make
Florida State having a hard time they're getting sent to the gulag. They still have one member up, going up against the two that were left in that superstore, two enemy squads. So it'll be interesting to see if he's able to pick up any more. Meanwhile, Florida State, 2 members in the gulag right now. TCU about to drop in. Looks like they're kind of looking at superstore as well. That hot drop seems to be a very, very popular move. They're going to be dropping just a little bit away from it, so they'll be able to get some good loot, but also catch teams rotating out of Superstore. Meanwhile, Florida State in the gulag, they lose their first gulag match.
Fully updated score real quick, guys. FSU 16-2, TCU 16. So we have a tie game right now.
Oh,
guys.
man.
It is getting hot.
Yep, that home run by Florida State proving important, giving them those 2 extra runs to tie the match up. With only 23 minutes, about halfway through this game. In Florida State, they have their last member in the gulag right now. He's pushing up, staying conservative, using his tactical pretty early on, hiding in the back right, throws his Molotov out. Peeking around that left corner, thinks he hears the footsteps. Still playing conservative, slowly pushing up, and he finally sees him. If he can't hit the shots, he'll go down, and that will be the end of Florida State in that lobby. They're going to be retreating and entering a new one. Meanwhile, TCU, they've landed in Superstore. They're going through looting. It doesn't seem like they have come across any opponents so far. They're really spread out right now, which could prove dangerous. But at the same time, they're getting pretty good loot.
Yeah, it looks like they are, they're setting up themselves pretty nice. Superstore is an interesting one. It's always going to be, it's either a big hit or a big miss. It looks like just getting
TCU
right now.
They're getting rained down on from the top or second floor window. Oh, and both Brian and another go down.
And
there's a squad wipe right there. They're all going to be heading to the gulag.
Crazy how the score's tied after TCU came up so hard, real fast.
Yeah, TCU had a hot start, but it's like we said, they had to keep it. They had to keep the pressure up, and they haven't been able to do that. So luckily for them, they have 3 opportunities for kills here, and they've been pretty consistent in that gulag. So 3 kills right here, they can maybe start to spread the lead, or gain the lead a little bit. One of their teammates loses in the gulag. Looks like Brian is 1 round away from going in. They have another teammate in the gulag right now, I believe.
Now, this is a super close game, 16-16. This could definitely still be anybody's game. This is literally just as close as the last game. Guys, the last one was close all the way up until the very end. So this could still really be anybody's match.
Man.
Sick gulag finish.
Brian just quickly predicting his enemy's movements and getting the quick kill before he even had a chance to fire a shot. So he'll be redeployed. His teammate also won his gulag. So they have 2 coming back in, and it's still early game, so there's definitely still bound to be loot all around. It looks like they're going to be dropping right on this bounty right here, giving them an objective and hopefully earning them a little bit of cash if they... Oh, and their bounty got poached, so they'll be getting money for it anyway.
That was a huge play. Now that's something that I think the first really time we've seen somebody not get. I think everybody else has been hunting down bounties. We've been hunting down a helicopter in the middle of the street going for that kill. That was the first time I think we've seen a drop right there.
Yeah. So they get a little bit of money, a little bit. They're only $500 away from bringing back their teammate, and they're going to get it right here. So they now have more than enough money to redeploy their teammate. They'll probably be heading over to the buy station pretty soon.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Florida State, they've finished their warm-up lobby. They're going to be jumping back in.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
TCU right now with a 1-kill lead, 18-17. So still very close. TCU with a slight edge. And they're in the middle of a fight right now. They get it down, but...
It looks like he finished him. I think he finished him. We're at 17-18, under 20 minutes left, guys. So it is bringing the noise.
Brian pulls out the RBG, going for the finish. I don't think he got it, though.
No, he didn't fire it off. I think he switched weapons. Let's see what happens. Going for the surprise hit. Can he connect?
1v3.
Got it. Down.
Oh, and he's thirsting to kill right now.
Thirsting,
but he runs out of ammo and he doesn't get it. That is tough. Missing out on a pretty easy run. Just couldn't hit the shots. They're going to be heading back to the lobby.
He's feeling salty.
Meanwhile, Florida State, they're back onto the roof of Superstore. So this has definitely become a clear-cut strategy for both these teams. Landing hot, trying to get some early kills.
That's definitely, I mean, honestly, the thirst thing is kind of needed. You have to have that energy to go after the kills. That's how you're going to get your team points. The longevity of surviving, getting the home run, getting the grand slam is also something that you got to think about. But, if I was in his position, last player left, I would be going in hard. I would be going in
Absolutely.
for as many kills as I can. I think he did the right thing there. Now they're back.
No, I totally agree. He just couldn't hit the shots. Losing that run, that could prove in such a tight game like this one, that could really prove to be a difference maker.
Maybe we should just hit a search really
We look at the run breakdown right now. It's still 18-17. Brian has 11 of the kills for TCU. Salmon only with 3 and RZ with 4. So a way quieter game for these guys than they had earlier today in their pre-qualifier. Meanwhile, my personal favorite, Cup of Apple Juice, leading the Florida State squad with 9 kills. Slat has 4 and Potato Chip with 2. That's a total of 15 kills, but they also have the home run for their top 50 finish. So they have an extra 2 runs, so it's 18-17 right now.
I just want to say I would love for Cup of Apple Juice to be our champion. Last time I think we all kind of picked a favorite player. Like, I'm with you. I love the name. Hopefully the Cup of Apple Juice doesn't spill over. Hopefully he wins. I think that's my favorite player of all the players in the tourney. I think that's probably my favorite name as well.
Wait, Matt. I promise you, there's gonna be another Twitch username from one of the other squads. When you see his name, you're gonna laugh so hard, and I think his name is gonna come up later today. Let me check real quick what team it is. I believe that is UCLA, so it's the next match. When you see that username, that Twitch username, you're gonna laugh so hard.
UCLA is just waking up, yo. They're ready for free hype.
Yeah, that West Coast time.
Somebody asked in the chat, how do schools sign up? We're doing many more of these competitions. So don't worry, we have plenty of opportunity to get more people involved.
Destom, I'm actually going to shoot you a DM right now on Twitch.
There's one in this room.
And
that's so nice of you, Ryan.
Yeah, I'm going to give you my email. So you can reach out and get you guys signed up for future tournaments.
Yep.
Absolutely. Now, guys, if you are just now joining us, I don't want you to think that it's too late. It is not too late. There's still plenty of time to jump in, have some fun with us. If you guys go over to that bracket, you're going to see a link. It's going to say, jump in, join the daily brags. Those daily brags are your way. If you didn't fill out a bracket, if you didn't join in time, and you want to try to jump into the fun, that's when you're going to want to do it. You're going to want to do it before the next game. We already had one game of the day. I think all of us can agree here and say that Ohio State was kind of the favorite going into that off of the last tournament. There was a big upset. I think that we have some Ohio State fans in the chat even. We got somebody saying that it's rigged, only one game into it. That's heavily biased. But, OSU, they went down. MSU, upset. If you guys watched the March Madness game, it was crazy. It was upset after upset. We saw single players go head-to-head with entire squads and win. The gaming and gamification model makes it really, really interesting how we're scoring this. And this one is even more interesting. We're in the last 15 minutes. It's a
Florida State losing the gulag right there, pulling out his Claymore at the wrong time. Unfortunate. So they're missing out on another gulag kill there. Meanwhile, their last surviving member, he's in a fight right now. It'll be interesting to see if he presses it, climbs up this ladder. Oh, and he got the knockdown and the kill. So, still getting runs for his team despite being the last one alive.
George Belair saying no need to cheat. We are too clean with it. I'm sure, probably talking about TCU. That squad is just connecting right now. Now they're dropping back in to their next match. So now we have 2 teams, both on the ground. The difference, one jumping into a very fresh match, only 2 points down. The other one, only 1 player alive while being 2 points up. It's going to be interesting to see how this balance hits the ground, especially with TCU bringing the noise that they've brought so far.
Yeah, and Florida State, this is their first lead of the game, actually up 20-18 now as we reach in the final third. The last 15 minutes going on. I just want to point out the Florida State stream. They have easy money in the stream, so that definitely tells you a lot about their confidence going into this.
You heard their stream before. They're pretty confident. They have people in the chat. They were like, just wait. I mean, you're right. We're waiting.
And an interesting move there by Noobster for Florida State. Had more than enough money to buy back in a teammate, but instead he opts to buy the UAV, try and hunt down this one guy in Superstore. So a very, very peculiar play. But he He broke the shields. Looked like he was going to get the kill, but misses out. Probably would have been nice to have another teammate in that situation. Meanwhile, TCU, they're hunting a bounty right now. They're also picking a fight with a helicopter, which is interesting. They have some LMGs, so they might be able to do some real damage to it, but it looks like they are. That helicopter's smoking. It's going down. The other team has had to bail.
Okay.
Let's go.
And they're holed up right now with the high ground, looking down at this bounty, exchanging shots squad to squad.
Meanwhile, we got FSU in the menu. So this will be really interesting to see how this plays out.
TCU right now, swapping guns, looking for ammo. Be interesting to see if they'll.
Right now.
Be interesting to see what they do with this bounty, if they're going to continue to pursue it or if they're going to give up. They see he's got the Magnum. He's taking shots, connecting on a couple of them, pulling out the LMG. And he's going to start firing through this window, but he's in a 1-on-3 right now. That's not going to work out. Brian is going to be finished, their key player.
Key player.
He'll be going to the gulag while his surviving two teammates tries to clean up that squad they were fighting. They have one. Oh, and one of those members goes down as well. So they have two in the gulag right now.
22-19. So we are still in it. We are almost 10 minutes left. 12 minutes, 30 seconds left right now. We got one team in the menu. One team with, I believe, two players now in gulag. No, I'm sorry, one player in gulag. One person got bought back. So we got one person in gulag, two people in the match, one team in the menu jumping into a warm-up. This is going to save
George
needs that kill.
Smack talking right now. TCU right now in the gulag. They've been pretty good in the gulag so far. Getting hit by rocks. He's throwing a stun out. Oh, and the frag grenade from behind gets him. A tough way to go in any gulag match, but a well-placed grenade, honestly, looking at that kill cam. It's going to be Salmon's turn now in the gulag. He's playing it conservatively. He's slowly moving up that left side. We're going to cut away from him real quickly. But he'll end up losing it as well. Oh, and their last teammate goes down too. So he'll be heading to the gulag, hoping to maybe get one kill from this lobby.
I think that was the last. Oh no, I'm sorry, you're right. They do.
Yeah, so he'll be heading to the gulag, hopefully getting another kill from this lobby, not wasting too much time. Meanwhile, Florida State, they're in it right now, and they're fighting. And they have that UAV up, and you can see enemies all around them. Oh, this is actually the warm-up lobby. My bad. My apologies. All right, so we have TCU's last guy in the gulag right now. He's pushing up hard on the right side, checking his corners quickly, moving up fast, though, putting a lot of pressure in. He catches a glimpse, tosses out a grenade. Almost a dangerous position, didn't have a gun out, but he gets the wrap around of the middle stall.
Big play.
Gets the kill. That honestly could be huge right now.
George, we see you, George. We see you in the chat, George.
George's over here loving it.
So TCU starting to cut into that lead a little bit, little by little. They have one player still in the lobby right now, though.
They're jumping into TV station. They're trying to. I think he's going to try to go for it. Honestly, 10 minutes left on the clock. This close to the game. If I had two of my guys down, I was the last one. I'd probably jump out.
Go back in.
He's getting lucky with that supply box. Didn't pick up the purple LMG for some reason.
Who needs an LMG when you have a drink, you know?
Yeah, not this guy, I guess.
He's going for a loot box, trying to find some cash, trying to get now. Keep in mind, guys, he has to get 4,500 times 2. He has 2 teammates down, so that's $9 grand he has to find in the next 10 minutes. That alone is probably going to take some time.
Yeah, meanwhile, Florida State dropping into a whole new game, going straight for the roof of Superstore. So they're likely to get some more kills here, too. Only 10 minutes
people
left.
dropping with them. Right onto the roof. They have a team landing with them.
On TCU, their last member goes down. They'll be getting kicked back to the lobby. So Florida State right now
with a shotgun.
Looks like a 1-kill lead. A 1-run lead. Oh, no, it's all tied up, 22-22.
22-22 now.
Yeah, but, you know, Florida State, they just opened a legendary loot box, and they are pretty well kitted in a highly populated area. They already see a squad below them that it looks like they're going to be making a run for. He's taking shots, can't connect. Hits a little bit on his shield.
You hear him yelling in frustration. He's trying to connect, trying to get this kill. He knows somebody's over there on another roof.
Tied up, boy.
Firing at him. Tied game. Less than 2
Tied
minutes
game,
left.
and they have one teammate down. Oh, he doesn't check his
Second one
corner. Gets taken
going
out from
down.
behind. So
Inside
that
the
Florida
building.
State quickly with 2 members down already right into that game, unable to capture any kills, unfortunately.
I can't remember a time when Florida State came back like this.
Yeah, all three of Florida State's teammates are going down here, so they're going to be heading to the Gulag, hopefully getting some kills to redeem themselves a little bit. Meanwhile, TCU getting into a game with only, a little over 8 minutes left. It's really coming down close, tie game. A pretty low-scoring game, too, compared to the last one we saw. It's clear to see that both teams really affected by nerves.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now I hear FSU saying we got to get these gulags. All three of them are in gulags. They know that they have to connect these for a hope to win.
And you can see how they're playing right now. They're playing conservative, pushing up.
You hear him screaming through
Landed
his mic.
landed a couple shots. He's holding
Yeah, he
that corner
connected
with the
those.
aim down sights. Lost track of him though. He's
Where is
searching.
he? I lost him too. I have no idea where he's at.
Oh,
There we go.
and he sees him, but he turns at the worst moment. Can't get his gun up in time, and he loses a gulag he was in
I think that was
strong
a-
control of.
I think that was a full. I think that was a full wraparound. As he pushed back to the pillar, the guy complete 180 and pushed back and followed the same route he took.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, luckily for Florida State, his two teammates, or two of their teammates, won their gulag, so that's another 2 kills added to their run total. And they're dropping right back where they died before, so they're picking up some fresh loot.
Now we're looking at 24-22, FSU's favor. Just a few minutes ago, and most of this match has been TCU's lead, guys. So if you're just now joining us, this is down to the last 10 minutes of our second game. We got 2 more games coming to you live later on tonight. Our
Florida
next
State
game-
there. Florida State can't
TCU needs to do some
Even more
damage right now
kills.
if they want any chance to continue.
Yeah, so with only 7 minutes left, Florida State, they'll be able to get into another game, but they won't have a lot of time to do anything about it.
Now, guys, our next game coming up after this, 7 to 7:45 p.m. Eastern. So as soon as this game is over, a few minutes after that, we're going to be starting our next one, UCLA versus Berkeley. We have some huge players on both teams. I think that's going to be another high score. Both matches so far of our first day of the tournament have been absolutely nail-biters up until the last couple minutes when one team pulls away. We have 6 minutes left. No idea what's going to happen, so make sure you guys get your daily brags filled out before we have to start the next match. You guys want to make sure that you get those brags counted in your daily brags. So, guys, fill that out. You have 6 minutes left. We are close, 24-22, FSU's favor. Let's tune back in as we have both teams, one team on the ground, one team in the menu. Let's see if TCU can make that lead up.
Yep, and TCU dropping in real quickly.
Real
Not
hot
going for the
loot.
not going for the hottest drop again. A lot of loot right now. They have a big advantage. They're down 2 kills, but Florida State is only just now about to load into a game. So if TCU can, then they have a bounty as well, a bounty target nearby. So if TCU can start to take control in these final 6 minutes, it'll be interesting to see how they pull it off.
Now we
they
do have a
need is,
4-point deficit to make up.
Kill and a half each kind of thing. And
Or 4 points, yeah, excuse me.
Yeah,
26 to 22.
FSU's favor. That being said, like you said, they are on the ground already, and FSU still has to face a 1 minute long warm up. So once that warm up's over, so they just started their 1 minute warm up. That means they're going to have 4 minutes 30 seconds on the ground. What can TCU do with that next minute? That's really what
TCU
this
in a
game's
tough
gonna come down to.
TCU in a tough position right now. They have 2 teammates down, and they have the low ground on their final remaining member, Brian.
And it's one of those things you're really at a point now. It's too late to try to go back and do a menu push.
Yeah,
You
it's
don't have
it's
this
too
time.
late for them. He's
Here it goes.
gonna have to make a play, and he can't. He'll get finished. He'll be going back to the gulag too. But it looks like one of their teammates did win his gulag match. So that's 1 kill coming into that 4-point deficit.
And it looks like the other one is still up inside of the gulag as well. So no, I'm sorry, 2-1 out of the gulag. We got 2 back out of the gulag now. It looks like. Oh no, I'm sorry. Okay, so
No,
2,
he's 2 in the gulag and 1 out with that kill. So they have 1 kill
need
here
those
in this
kills.
lobby.
They need to
Meanwhile,
go
Florida
back.
State still with 15 seconds left on their timer.
They're still gonna have to drop.
They're
They're gonna have to
throwing
get
rocks.
some guns. They're gonna have to figure it out. TCU really not using this opportunity to do a catch up as tactically as they could have. They could have definitely, like you said, Ryan, pick a much better spot to drop.
Oh.
They have 4 minutes
Oh.
left. Let's see what
But
happens.
TCU, they're capitalizing on these gulag kills.
Oh, they are. They are.
They have 2 out right now with Brian, their best player, going into his.
Let's see what happens.
He's got the
26-24.
P90, and he gets a quick
quick
kill
Ryan.
right
Quick
down the
work.
middle.
Hell.
So all 3 of them are going to be responding. That was exactly the saving grace that they needed.
And it is a tie right now, 26-26.
So they're both squads are jumping in pretty much at the same time. With a tie game. Unfortunately, one of the TCU players is going to go down really quickly. It looks like his teammates are dropping way far away, saying, sorry about that, buddy. We'll try to respawn you, but they need to get some loot first.
They need to get the kills. They don't have time for
Yeah, I
loot.
don't think they have time to go after like just pure loot. They gotta hope that they can connect, both in one spot.
Absolutely. And it's 3 minutes and 40 seconds left right now.
We have a minute. We have a minute.
Still tie score.
Have everyone do a TikTok.
Yeah, Florida State right now, they're dropping Superstore, and they're with another squad. If they can get some kills here, that could be enough to put them ahead.
26.
Flat right now, comes up
right
behind
now.
one, can't finish though.
RPG.
Had a huge advantage.
RPG out the window trying to connect. It looks like he got somebody down, I believe.
Oh, and Florida State, they'll go down. I think they got one there maybe, but they're sending another to the Gulag.
All tied up.
Tie
So
game.
one in the Gulag
three.
right now. Two still alive in the Superstore.
Just under 3 minutes left, guys. We are 2 minutes 54 seconds.
Meanwhile, TCU looking desperately for anything they can use to try and engage the squad.
Both teams absolutely wiling out in their chat. They know that they're in Gulag. They know they only have a few seconds to really win it. They're going for it. Gets a down. TCU with a down. Can he finish him? Connected to
Wow,
kill.
he does.
It's over. It's over.
He picks up the 725 here. Powerful shotgun. He's using his teammate as a little bit of bait right now, but the other team isn't biting. Peeks out and immediately gets lit up. He has no shields left. Resorts to the pistol despite having the 725, and that will be it for TCU's squad. Whatever kills they have right now, those are probably going to be the only ones they finish with. Meanwhile, Florida State wins their Gulag.
So it's
They got
really
4
gonna
kills
come down
right
to
now.
What happens right now? What can FSU
They got
do?
4 kills. TCU, they got 5 kills in that lobby, but I'm not sure it's gonna be enough to overcome.
And I believe is the score up to date. Dana, I believe it's 26-26 right now. Are we still tied?
No, we have
it's going to be updated in a second. Let's see what the final score is, gentlemen.
I think they.
They still got a minute 40, but Florida State
No,
right now.
the
Well, I mean,
time-
neither team's going to be able to jump into another match.
That's
in that
true,
time
that's
frame,
true.
It's going to be a minute to connect and then a minute to jump. It looks like they're trying to. Anyways, let's see.
We have 30.
All right, 28 TCU.
Hold on, gentlemen.
I have no idea.
So, just 1 second as we get these
Calculating
final
these
scores
final
all
scores.
calculated.
And once again, guys, for everyone just now joining us, we did see some questions in the chat over the competition. Obviously, we're just
FSU.
4 people. FSU taking the win. So FSU 30 to TCU 28. FSU, go Noles, baby. Saw some
Wow.
wins. I know we saw the chat.
You're gonna be
Praying for
happy
some
with
Noles win. Yeah, absolutely. Definitely
A
happy.
close game there. That's one I'm super excited to watch tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to watch. them play.
TCU, I think we really saw the best of TCU at the end of that match. I don't think they got off to a hot start, but then those middle 20, 30 minutes or so, they really just couldn't get anything going. Nothing like we saw earlier. So I think tomorrow, hopefully, they're able to regroup and really bring their best, and we're in for a great game 2 tomorrow.
And Ryan, I know you played sports in your collegiate days, and I played sports way long time ago. But I always remember the feeling when you're down. They're down 1 game already now, facing elimination. It's always that pressure. They have to come back and win 2 games.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, Lavelle, I got plenty of stories about that I can tell you later. But no, and this is really the time where you see the best competitors step up and really make a difference. TCU, we're going to see what they're really made of tomorrow. Florida State, hopefully they can get lax. Hopefully, seeing how close this game was today, they'll really be on their A game as well tomorrow. And we can really be expecting a great match.
Absolutely. Now, guys, we do have more matches this afternoon. So we do have UCLA and Berkeley coming up next. Right after that, of course, is Michigan versus Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech, big player in our last tournament, so it's going to be interesting to see what they come out with swinging today. But more importantly, UCLA and Berkeley both have some big hitters too, and they are up next. So join us in just a few minutes. We are going to be right back with another match coming to you live. Again, this is the first ever World Series Bragg House Esports Tournament, brought to you completely by these geniuses at the Bragg House. They've combined esports, college sports. How can you still get involved if you didn't fill out a bracket? Go over to the website. We have a few minutes until the next match starts. Do me a favor, fill out your daily brag, enter for a chance to win some really cool prizes. The grand prize through the whole tournament is $1,000. Somebody's going home with $1,000. They're giving away daily prizes throughout the entire tournament. So there's tons of different ways, different levels that you can win. Make sure you guys are getting involved. And again, they have another tournament later on this month, completely women's-based tournament. We're doing a soccer tournament that's completely based around women, all women pro gamers, or women gamers that are all jumping in, repping their colleges, repping their teams, and more importantly, repping girl power, man. Like, that's awesome that the Bragg House do that together. Really excited to see you guys move that
Really
forward.
proud of that one, Matt. We're really proud of that one.
Yeah, I think that's. I mean, what I granted, for you guys, it's, I guess it's kind of common to just keep knocking first out of the park. But I believe that will also be another first. I've never heard of another all-girls esports tournament. This would be the first one to my knowledge, at least. I've never seen one in like the CS:GO scene or Overwatch League. You guys keep just kind of taking boundaries and knocking them down. So
I think it's
you
like Ryan said earlier, man. It's like we're all about community at Bragg House. So we try every possible way to make that community happen. So that's what we're all about.
Absolutely. All right, guys, with that being said, we will be right back in just a few minutes. If you guys haven't filled out your daily brag yet, make sure you guys get that knocked out, and we will see you guys in just a minute.
Are we up?
Yes.
Ryan, can you...
Alrighty, guys, and we are back. We are coming to you live. Still, we are having 2 more games today. If you're just now joining us, if you haven't already seen, we are doing the first ever World Series Esports Tournament brought to you by the Bragg House. Guys, we have an exciting matchup up for you guys next. It's UCLA versus Berkeley. It's going to be a super interesting game. I think we're going to see a lot of action throughout this entire thing. It's going to be really, really good. Lavelle, Daniel, how are you guys feel about the tournament so far?
Amazing.
Amazing. Incredible.
Speaking from a baseball fan, for someone who always loved baseball, this is an awesome event. I'm loving how, I'm watching runs, but I'm watching an esports thing.
Absolutely.
It's like we already watched the first relatively upset because we saw TCU play in the pre-qualifying and they destroyed the other TCU, determining who's gonna represent TCU, and then FSU just came to play and then just took the dub for the round 1.
Now we are jumping into the next round. We do have both teams already jumping to their first game. Let's go ahead and get everything going. Now guys, we are updating the scoreboard, so it should update to UCLA Berkeley here in just a minute. We do have the timer freshly updated, so that should be good to go.
Let's do it. Wow. Just play normally, dude. I don't think the other team are that good. I'm sure they will. Yeah, I'll host next game.
And we realize our commentary cams are frozen right now. We're gonna be fixing that hopefully real quickly.
Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and zoom in real quick. I want to give UCLA a moment. Let's just let them shine. They're doing their first drop, picking strategic points. It's going to be really interesting to see, how that plays. They're going super strategic right out of the gate. Should be an interesting outcome today. Today's matches so far have been absolutely amazing. Really in terms of, at least for me, compared to everybody else, I know that, one of the things that was mentioned, I believe earlier today, is that, you guys are really seeing the best of 2 teams here every single game.
They're following my screen. Target right here.
Here we have team number 2.
Should we do a search behind us? They're here. No, with you, Kyle.
Alright, so I mean, you tell me, Ryan. In my opinion, I think we've seen the best of every single team, almost every single game. I know on the break, the 4 of us were talking about that. We kind of all agreed that every single game's been super close. That one was close all the way up to the end. The first one was close. Got a Michigan, spread at the end that they kind of took off and ran with it. This game's already showing up with a lot of fire.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting right now watching UCLA here. This is Cal. Watching Cal here, they're really getting after it. I think they have a squad wipe to their name already, just a minute into the match. So hopefully we keep seeing a really energetic start from both these teams. UCLA right now, they got 1 in the gulag, but another 2 still up and fighting. It's been interesting watching these matches today so far, as a lot of teams, it's either super hot or super cold. Last match, for example, TCU got out to a 10-0 start in the first 5 minutes of that match. So UCLA right now getting hopefully, they're losing. They lost their gulag right there. Meanwhile, Cal is in scrapyard right now, looking like they've taken control of the area. As a scrapyard, typically a pretty hot drop. So their ability to go in there, get their loot, get those kills, and take control. They're gonna ideally rotate out here, as I see some people paragliding in. It says a lot to their ability, even though they're unable to hit those shots there.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it'll be interesting.
There's another guy on me.
So we got both players. Let's see if they connect. Yep, another kill. Both players dropping somebody almost instantly.
Yeah, man, that's gonna be.
They're at the road. They're at the road.
I don't know if you guys heard what I said before about like the Berkeley squad, but they're actually right now somewhere in Asia, I believe, and they woke up specifically to represent their school at like 4 or 5 a.m.
Wait, where are they, Daniel?
Like somewhere in Asia.
Oh wow.
They woke up at like 5 a.m. to play in this tournament and represent their school.
Let's go them. That's amazing.
Yeah, no, big props to those guys.
So just a joke behind the scenes. I actually was in communication with them a few hours before the match, and one of the gamers didn't wake up on time almost, and almost overslept.
It's interesting to see how that's going to affect them like during this game, if it, has any long-term repercussions or not. So
Absolutely.
Yeah, right now we have a couple scoreboard issues. Don't worry, we can get those fixed for you real quickly. We got our team working on it in the background.
Yeah, I believe they said it's almost fixed. I just saw a message come through, so it should be fixed in just a second.
Michael GTV saying true commitment from Cal. Man, is that not the truth? I don't know. I find sometimes I do my best playing in the early hours of dawn, so maybe this will work out for Cal here.
I've had some of those games too, like you're up 1, 2 in the morning, all of a sudden like you have one of those like weird just like runs where you're like, you're dropping 20 bombs. Some of these guys, they seem like they're just kind of on autopilot almost. Like they keep dropping in the same spots. Like we saw that from TCU last round. I think both tournaments Bragg House has hosted, we've seen like, especially I think Superstore. We've never seen like Dam used a lot. We've never seen Prison used a lot. Like a lot of them stay away from some of the more strategic spots in favor of like the more run and gun. Let's drop and get it going.
Yeah, absolutely, and you'll know, like, watching every team drop so far, they've been dropping, like you said, right in the middle of the map. Superstore, particularly, has been the popular choice for the day. And there we go, we got our scoreboard updated. Right now, it's UCLA on the left with 4 runs, Berkeley on the right with 7. So for these teams, too, a hot start in the first 5 minutes of this game. As we were saying, as UCLA hits his buy station here, the roof of Superstore, we've had like every single team go there at least several times in each of their matches, because they know that that's a place to get really quick kills, and then once you get those quick kills, even if you do die, even if your squad does get wiped, you're getting sent to the gulag where you have an opportunity to get more kills. They're really foregoing the ability to get any home runs or grand slams.
I like the difference. It's not that running gun strategy that we've seen before, which I think worked for a lot of different people, including our star Freedom J last tourney.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. So right now we believe we have 7-4 Berkeley.
Yeah, and both teams right now really in a good position. Cal just got their loadout drops soon. They have all custom weapons as they continue into this game. Meanwhile, UCLA still with their default pickup weapons, but they're running around. They're trying to make moves. They just started a bounty contract. Bounty contracts, another thing that we've seen a lot of in these matches so far today. A really popular way for teams to locate enemy squads, get some kills, and then also get money so they can buy UAVs, find more kills, redeploy teammates, and even get more loadout drops. So it's been really interesting seeing how these bounties have been playing out, especially because it's oftentimes not been that successful. We've seen a lot of teams pick up these bounties and not being able to get the kills, and rather just put themselves in a dangerous position where they end up getting picked off themselves.
On the other roof. There's a guy still on you.
So we're at 37 minutes left. We're still 7-4 UCLA Berkeley. Berkeley's favor. It looks like they are Moving forward, trying to really, I think they're going to probably push that loadout, but it looks like they're just going one building over to that orange marker that they have down. Meanwhile, UCLA, they're just kind of walking around looking for whatever kills they can get.
Let's go Pac-12.
Lavelle, as fair weather a fan as always.
I actually really don't know a lot about Pac-12, so I get really excited when they wake up from the West Coast.
Yeah. So Colorado, for a tourney update real quickly, we've had 2 matches so far. The first match, Ohio State versus Michigan State. Ohio State was winning most of that game, and they were the early crowd favorite since they were the runner-up in our March Madness bracket. But Michigan State with a late run, they got a late run, no pun intended. They also got a home run, which gave them some bonus runs, and they were able to pull it out towards the end. In the next game, we had Florida State versus TCU. TCU had to play earlier today in a play-in game against another TCU team, so they should have been warmed up. They should have been ready, but Florida State, they came in, they were hot, and they were confident. TCU got out to a 10-0 lead, and Florida State did not tremble in the face of that deficit. A close game, tied up pretty much all the way to the end, but Florida State pulling away with a few kills right there at the end to take that. So right now the standings are Michigan State with a 1-0 lead over Ohio State, and Florida State with a 1-0 lead over TCU. Tomorrow, Florida State and Michigan State both will be trying to end their competitors' runs in this tournament, sweep the series, and move on to their semifinals. Right now, we got Cal Berkeley and UCLA in their first match. As we were talking about earlier, Cal waking up at ungodly hours in the morning since they're currently playing from Asia.
And they're killing it, dude. It's like,
yeah, and they're doing a great job. They currently have the lead right now over UCLA.
Yeah, 11-4.
Yeah, so stretching out a big lead, a 7-run lead early into this game, only 10 minutes in. It'll be interesting to see if UCLA will start to get a little bit nervous, feel Cal breathing down their necks, or if maybe they'll be able to, as Florida State did in that last match, recompose and start digging into this lead a little bit. Cal Berkeley right now doing my new favorite strat, which is new to me, called ATV surfing. A great method. UCLA, meanwhile, with an interesting strategy here. Not enough money from their lone squad mate alive right now to redeploy. Only $200. They'll need another $4,300 more to even bring anyone back in. But he did just get a custom loadout drop. Yeah, and it looks like he's going for some sniper kills right now, which, bold, and I respect it. But at the same time, as he whiffs on that first shot, at the same time, he's missing out on a lot of time where he has like a real chance at getting any kills. He cleans up that kill right there to give him 1, I believe, or I don't know if that kill will count for him because he did not down the enemy.
49.
But a lot of teams in UCLA's position, we've seen them back out of the lobby and join a new game where all 3 squad mates are alive, because it's really hard for just one player in a game alone to get the kind of kills needed to compete with the opposing team. We've seen it a couple times, but mostly in dire situations, like towards the end of the game when there wouldn't be enough time for the whole squad to get into a new lobby before the game ended. So the fact that they're doing this so early on, I can't help but think that they're wasting a lot of really pivotal time in getting runs, and that's kind of showing on the scoreboard right now as Cal just continues to widen that lead.
Absolutely. And so just to update on the chat real quick, so Colorado, you asked, tourney update. I think we already gave that, but just in case you didn't hear it, Michigan ended up beating out and pre-qual to play earlier today. We did see them take home a victory, so they did in an earlier game today. Now this is officially the 3rd game. We saw OSU versus MSU. Michigan State ended up winning, so now that's 2 wins for them. After that, we've seen FSU and TCU play. Knowles, of course, took that. Happy to see that. And now we're in the 3rd game, UCLA versus Berkeley. Those are who won everybody, every single game in the past matches. And then Colorado, is the bracket still open? No, the bracket's not still open, but you can still jump in the daily brags. You gotta fill them out before the tournament starts. Obviously, that wouldn't be very fair if we let hundreds of people came to the site to fill out that bracket. Should have been there, but luckily for you, there's another tournament starting. Pretty much next week after next, so you can easily jump into that one. So make sure you stay tuned during this tournament, learn how it works, learn how the brag house gets down, get the competitive edge.
Daily brags going on.
Yeah, not to mention Colorado, we have daily brags for every single day of the tournament where you can bet on what you think is going to happen that day. And you can win a whole bunch of really cool prizes doing that as well. So although the bracket with its grand prize of $1,000 may be closed, there's still a ton of prizes you guys can win by going and filling out the daily brags, which there's a link in the chat right now if you guys are interested in doing that as well.
Daniel, when do we think we're going to be talking about our gift cards?
I just want to mention two things. First of all, those daily brags are at no risk, so it's just participation and you can win those gift cards. You have no risk of your own money whatsoever. And second thing that I want to mention is we all kind of almost, well, we haven't mentioned it yet, but UCLA, when they died, they actually reached top 50. So
did they really?
Yeah.
Okay, so UCLA, now their strategy becoming a lot more clear. For those of you who are just tuning in and unfamiliar with the scoring system of this tournament, we're theming it after the College World Series, which unfortunately was canceled, but we're Brag House are putting on our own tournament for esports. The scoring system for the tournament, how it's working is every kill counts as a run, just like in baseball. And when any of your squad reaches the top 50 players of a lobby, your squad gets a home run, which is an additional 2 runs and additional 2 points added to your squad score. Now, if any of your squad lives into the top 20 of that lobby, your squad will have that home run turn into a grand slam, which is an additional 2 runs. So a home run, an extra 2 runs for any squad, and a grand slam, an extra 4 runs, which can really, really make a difference in a lot of these close games. We've seen teams like already today, Florida State and Michigan State, both really being able to get back into games and taking leads because of these home runs and these grand slams.
Ryan, I wanna mention 2 things. So first of all, Berkeley is getting close to their home run. They're 4 deaths away.
Yeah, 4 deaths away.
And what to the point Lavelle was raising, for the gift card that we're giving away, the key word that we're gonna give, and anyone who puts that word in the chat in the next 5 minutes will go into a raffle to win a gift card. And the word for today's match is Warzone. Surprise, surprise, we're playing Warzone. Warzone is the key. Type Warzone in the chat right now. We're going to collect all of those names who are typing Warzone, and we're going to do a raffle to see which one of you lucky bastards is going to win a gift card.
Can Ryan and I win?
Ryan was the first one. All right, so it looks like Michael GTV.
We got Michael GTV.
We got Ben Short. We got Slat still in here from the last game.
Yep.
All right, so back to the gameplay right now. We got UCLA kind of narrowing down the score a little bit. They're up to 7. Berkeley. We have a little bit of a scoring issue with Berkeley.
They have a home run. Berkeley got a home run too.
Yeah, Berkeley has a home run. We've accidentally put him down for 7 home runs. So we're gonna have to fix that real quickly.
That has been updated.
Okay, so Berkeley does not have 29 right now. They only have 17. But
foreshadowing, possibly, we don't know yet.
But a 10 run lead for Berkeley right now over UCLA. UCLA's just getting out of that opening warm up lobby right now. Is Berkeley still getting after it in this game? Only 43 people left. They're not too far from a grand slam right now. They're pinned against the side of this storm in a gunfight with someone in Superstore, I believe. They have all 3 squad members up, so they're not in a bad position. They're going to be moving up.
I mean, these guys are jumping into a fresh match. UCLA is like doing a fresh drop right now, so I think that's also going to really, really help.
Cal has one of their squad mates goes down. But they're still pushing in, and that death counter keeps ticking down. They're getting close to that grand slam. Cal The little sneak attack gets a kill.
So we're still
So
waiting
now
on,
they evened up the fight here to a 2-on-2.
we're
Giving
still
them another
waiting for the
chance.
score to update right now. It is not 7-29, just so
It's
everybody knows.
17 to 7. 17 Cal, 17 to UCLA 7.
There we go. We're actually
There we
actually
go.
up to 18 now for Cal. So an 11-run lead for them as they continue to push into the storm.
Now-
Their squad is pretty spread out right now, but they do have enough money to redeploy their teammate. And they're going hard for these kills. He breaks his shield
One,
and gets
I
the
think-
down.
Was that a down or was that a kill? I think that was just a down, right?
That was a down, yeah.
Alright.
So he's going to be pressing for that. Probably going to run into, oh, no enemy squad mates there. So that's another run getting. And the squad is back together. They have more than enough money now. They can find a buy station anywhere to redeploy their teammate and get back to a full 3-person squad. Meanwhile, UCLA dropping in here. They're going to be landing right into Scrapyard, another hot spot, another popular location we've seen a lot of teams dropping into today.
No, Ryan, I have to say, I am definitely not in my 20s anymore because playing at 5 a.m., waking up at 5 a.m.
It's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Incredible right now.
Yeah.
And they're like destroying.
And I like how Ryan's like, speak for yourself.
Yeah, I had 4 years of that for practice every day.
There you go.
Here we go, though. Cal redeploying their teammate.
Going.
So they're now up to a full 3-man squad. That teammate's going to be lacking on any kind of weapons, but having 3 people at this point in the game with only 36 members left in
Looks
the
like he dropped a
lobby.
gun for his friend, too.
24
Yeah.
minutes left.
So great teamwork coming out here from Cal right now. UCLA, meanwhile, they're being hunted for a bounty, and they're about to get into a fight. As you can see, they're still in Scrapyard, heading up to the high ground to try and defend themselves a little bit better, and they spotted a squad.
Berkeley
Meanwhile,
getting
Cal-
a nice position.
Yeah, Cal got a strong position indoors, right on the edge of the circle. Not really likely to get a lot of kills in this position, but if they're just living for that top 20 placement, they're in a great spot. Meanwhile, for UCLA right now, looks like the squad is pushing their current hunters.
I mean, they really have
And-
to. They're really pushing too. I mean, obviously they have to. They're down by 11 points, but they are really pushing right now to try to get that comeback going.
Yeah, and it looks like
Ooh.
they succeed. So that's it's at least 2 kills for UCLA there, and a whole bunch of nice loot for them as well as they get this game going.
So
Gonna
let's
be-
see, we have a couple different people. Diggs saying Michael GTV get out of town. Looks like he is mad that you won that gift card. Pinor saying UCLA over Berkeley. Well, right now the scoreboard says otherwise. We got a couple of other people chatting, guys. Feel free to chat with us. Like, we love seeing viewers interact with us. We love seeing people that we can, chat with, shout out. A lot of people showed love over the course of this tournament, which of course we appreciate. That's why the Bragg House keeps bringing these tournaments. That's why they're filling the void of no college sports right now with esports and the most
Heavy
amazing
fire for you.
matchup.
Berkeley, heavy fire.
Yeah, Cal in a tough position right now. We got one member dead, another one down, just one guy up and alive, but they have 21 runs right now. And if this guy can manage, if their last surviving teammate can manage to live for 6 more people, they'll be getting a grand slam too. So that does seem like the strategy. He's hiding from them right now. He sees all of them down below. Looks like he might just be trying to make a quick escape. Throws a flashbang down to confuse them all. Breaks out that back door. No, he's going back in. He's going for these kills.
May as well.
Oh my God!
Oh,
He
that was-
opens the door right into an absolute grinder. But that'll
you wanna
be
see.
21 runs for Cal in their opening lobby. By far the best performance we've seen today. UCLA 11 runs down. Honestly, having 11 runs at this point in the game, not the worst
As I said,
performance
not
we've
the
seen.
end of the world. We have 22 minutes left. They can definitely have a comeback. Definitely come back.
Oh.
I mean, we've seen I think a bigger comeback in the last game, right?
Yeah,
Didn't they have a bigger
TCU was up by more over Florida State, and Florida State ended up coming back to win that. Right now, the UCLA, they got the Gulag 2 men up. I know something we've seen in every single match so far is how important getting your Gulag kills are. You can't allow yourself to, 1, have to force your teammates to pay to redeploy you, and 2, miss out on a 1v1 opportunity to get a kill. Those kills are typically what are making the difference in these games. As Fresh will be going
announce-
in this next game.
Did we announce who is the winner of the gift card or not yet?
I believe so, right? It was the first person to post it. I thought we announced that.
Oh
earlier.
no! So
Was it the first person or just we put it in a raffle?
yeah, if
it
you
goes
said
into a
Warzone
raffle.
in the first 5 minutes, we put you in a raffle. Meanwhile,
Yeah,
Fresh for UCLA winning his gulag, so key kill there to try and dig into this lead. He'll be redeploying on top of his teammates just outside of the circle. Still in scrapyard though, and his custom guns are still there too.
I think
Whenever
he's
you're
gonna go
ready,
right back for
I'm
him.
ready to announce the winner of the gift card. So let me know when we guys are ready to announce it.
All right,
Yeah, let's
go
go, for
ahead.
it.
Yeah.
The person who won is Ben Short. Whoever Twitch username is Ben Short, please send us an email to events@thebraghouse.com with your mailing address. With your email address. Well, we'll have your email address when you send us an email, and we'll send you on a gift card. Obviously, that was a silly sentence on my end, but just send us an email and we'll make sure we send over a gift card your way.
It's okay. It's easy to get flustered during some of these tournaments.
If someone can please type in that email address in the chat.
Yep, I got you, Daniel.
Events@thebraghouse.com.
Yeah, definitely don't post your email in the chat.
Yeah, don't post
we're
your email.
posting
No,
ours. You reach
do
out
not
to
do
us.
that.
Once we get your
We will
email,
spam-
we will
we
email
will
you
spam you.
your certificate.
All right, so right now Cal dropping back into their game. It's going to be interesting to see where they decide to drop. It looks like they're going to be dropping right on this scavenger bounty. They're going to be going to airport.
They are.
Meanwhile, Fresh for UCLA, they've all got some kills. Gets a legendary shotgun out of that box, forgoes it, chooses not to pick it up. They're doing a scavenger hunt right now as well. Seems like they might be wasting their time on the wrong thing, but they do all have custom loadouts. It'd be interesting. They have 76 people left in their lobby, so not too far from that home run, those 2 bonus runs.
And we are seeing some good action right now, guys. We are seeing, it's heating up a little bit. I think both teams are moving a little bit faster, moving with a little bit more energy. I'm liking it.
Yeah, absolutely. Cal realizing probably right now that they have a squad right next to them as a helicopter is taken by an enemy squad. And they're definitely hearing those firefights going on right now. It looks like they're going to be moving. UCLA, they're still kind of out wandering right now. Over by the fire station, not doing a whole lot. Cal pushing in, getting pretty aggressive. Two of Pukow's squad mates are a little bit far from him, but it looks like they might just be wrapping around for a flank.
So honestly, based on how the teams have been playing so far, knowing that we have about just under 20 minutes left, do you think UCLA has a chance to even come back? I'm just based on performance so far.
Yeah, well, I'm never one to say
We're talking about
never,
real
but
UCLA baseball, or we're talking about real UCLA College World Series.
no, I'm not one to say never, but UCLA is in a real tough position right now with this deficit, especially with how they're playing. It's not that they're playing very conservatively, but they're just not they're not able to find anybody right now. They have those heartbeat sensors out, looking for people, looking for anyone. They're gonna be picking up this bounty contract right here. It looks like to hopefully try to find an enemy squad that they can run up on. But and it looks like they found them, but it's a huge deficit right now for them, and they're not nearly getting enough kills.
The way I feel about it after March Madness, the upsets that we saw, the crazy action that we saw, after seeing my favorite team get knocked out, after today seeing my favorite team win when I didn't think they could come back. Who knows, right? I'd love to say, oh no, 21-13, game over, there's no way. Then that happens. Then we see something like that happen.
Wow.
And when you see that happen, that's when you know that you're watching a Bragg House team. It's anybody's game. Who knows who's going to win this? This is absolutely
that
crazy.
was incredible.
Did you see that bazooka?
Was that three kills? Was that a triple?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
RPG coming out for a squad wipe right there.
Hell yeah, that is what we're talking about, guys.
That is
that's
incredible.
Why it's anybody's game. We have 18 minutes left. That could be 5 matches.
It really is, and Cal got off to a really hot start, but now they've lost their gulag match and they're separated right now.
Slow drifting down to earth.
Yeah, they're just trying to find, try to scout enemies right now and stuff.
Meanwhile, UCLA is bringing the noise. Obviously, that bazooka kill. Honestly, that was. I forgot who it was. I want to say it was Freedom J from the last tournament, who you guys will be seeing today in the VT game. But in our trailer, if you saw the Bragg House trailer for the last tournament, When you saw somebody do a double C4 throw into 2 Jeeps, that's our boy Freedom J. That's who's coming up in the next match. I think that bazooka kill might have topped that. Just because it was so savage.
Yeah, not only that, he's doing it in a clutch time too. Only 17 minutes left. Really kind of breaking into this lead a little bit. Got a score update. Oh man, but Cal is continuing to just go on this rampage. Right now, unofficially, we have the score being 26-16, so back to a 10-run lead for Cal Berkeley.
Now
UCLA.
15 minutes left too, so we do have more time.
Yeah, we do have 15 minutes left.
I think the last minute and a half, 2 minutes. So I think that we have more than enough time to see this easily go into the 40 points.
UCLA is also very close to their home run for this lobby.
Yeah, UCLA close to another home run. Cal not the furthest team away either.
A little bit further away than UCLA.
Definitely further away. Definitely further. Yeah, UCLA only needs to survive for 7 more people to get that home run with an extra 2 runs. Meanwhile, Cal Berkeley down to 2 people in their squad, but more than enough money to buy him back in.
Now,
looks like they might be pinned down in here.
I think. I mean, I don't know who they're pinned by. I didn't see any action. I didn't see anybody coming at them. I didn't see anyone, shooting. So maybe they're just playing slow, trying to feel it out. Maybe they heard somebody's footsteps.
Yeah, well, you see that car outside driving around. So it might be that squad that they heard.
Berkeley are like
yeah, they have that heart.
Somebody 2 feet away.
They have that heartbeat sensor out, and they see them. So they're playing cautiously right now. But at a certain point, you can't waste too much time. You need to make moves if you're going to maintain this run lead that they have.
They're up by 10, but I think that they're probly watching, the stream.
They're up by 13, actually.
Oh, 13. My apologies.
Yeah, it's 29-16 now.
Still easily anybody's game. It's definitely not over. It could very easily be a comeback, as we've seen in previous games. Now, one of the main things I think is interesting is UCLA, when they know that they're down, are not taking that opportunity to kind of push up. They're playing with snipers, playing more of like a recessed back game. Like, let me sit back, play more of a reclusive role, and wait.
It looks like they have a good strategy right now, though. They're kind of playing gatekeeper on this incoming circle. They got a team pinned back here right between the gas and them.
They have the gas coming on them right. Oh, dropped them.
Yep, dropped him.
Possibly
get the kill.
Dropped. Yep.
Oh,
disconnected.
He's gonna die to the gas though.
Done. UCLA with their 2nd home run.
Did they get the home run? So they got
UCLA gets their home run there. So another 2 bonus runs for them there. Meanwhile, they also still got 2 players up, and they've got the squad pin behind them. So they have a real opportunity to get some more runs here. Got 12 in this game so far, plus the 2 bonus runs from the home run, so they're at 14 in this lobby alone. Now this is something that is definitely different from a lot of the games we have seen earlier today. Both of these teams are going for the long haul in these games. They're not hot dropping and getting kills, dying, leaving the lobby. They're in it to get these bonus runs, and it seems to be paying off for them, at least for Berkeley.
Absolutely.
Do you think UCLA is going to aim for the Grand Slam to convert that home run to a Grand Slam? Do you think they can?
I mean, they only have 40 people left. They need to wait for 20 deaths. The circle is getting pretty small right now. If they only had 1 person alive, I would say maybe not. But they still have 2 members up, and they got plenty of, or they almost have enough money to buy them back in if they can find a buy station. So I would if I were them, go for it. Especially with how they're playing right now. They're not playing shabby by any means. They are really performing. Just Cal has been on an absolute rampage. As I say that, they have a member go down. But, his teammate immediately there to back him up, going in for the fight. They've been playing very, very strong, and they'll finally get knocked out. But it looks like...
Someone just screamed, oh my god!
It looks like they might have a man going into the gulag. Yeah, they have 1 guy going to the gulag, so he'll have an opportunity here to get one last kill before they probably leave the lobby. And he gets it. Maybe our fastest gulag kill we've seen today.
I think it was.
Wow. And Ox, as you can see, for California, just absolutely on a tear. Really putting the team on his back.
Damn.
So our updated score right now, I believe, is or I'm sorry, Ox for Cal. Our updated score, I believe, is 30-22. Taking into account that that Gulag kill.
Every time UCLA catches up, Berkeley just pulls away.
Yeah, 12 minutes now, kind of getting into that last little home stretch for these teams. UCLA definitely not out of it yet. It's just 7 behind, and they're getting closer and closer to that grand slam. That'd be an additional 2 runs for them. On top of the home run that they've already gotten. So they're playing to save. They look like they're going to be getting the high ground here, maybe using the rooftops to move towards the closing circle. And they have a UAV up too. Currently no teams around them, at least no teams that aren't using cold-blooded. So they're continuing to move up.
All right, I'm gonna ask everyone in the chat right now. I want to see who has more support in chat right now. If you're a Berkeley fan, I want to see you just right now. Everything you like, say, I'm Berkeley, I'm Cal. If you're UCLA, I want to see UCLA. I want to see that chat blows up right now.
I mean, it's a Pac-12 rivalry. You guys got to get excited about it.
Yeah, somebody for the Hokies.
Yeah, I feel like the Hokies are gonna be bringing a big crowd. That team's spirit is undeniable. UCLA right now, they're still alive. Only 15 people away, it looks like, from reaching that Grand Slam. Meanwhile, Cal's going to be heading into a warm-up lobby right now, about to get into a new game of their own.
But Ryan, me and you had this discussion earlier today. Like, when you get to the point where you're waiting so long to get to the Grand Slam without getting any kills in the meantime, is that even worth it from a strategy perspective?
Yeah, you know, I mean, I'm not one to believe it is, but they did just get to respawn one of their teammates, so now they'll have a whole full squad as they go towards this Grand Slam. Only 13 people left despite that respawn, so they're getting closer. And you know, another thing that we've failed to consider is the fact that towards the end of these games, these circles get really tight. There's a lot of close quarters fighting. There's a lot of opportunities for a lot of kills, especially as things start to get really hectic. So if they can take advantage of that, stay alive towards those final 2 circles, it could definitely pay off for them.
I mean,
meanwhile, California,
sorry.
California here about to drop in. Looks like they're kind of aiming towards airport again. They love that little bounty target in their matching uniforms.
Matt, I want to ask you a question. So you've been with us in March Madness, and we've been through a few matches right now for baseball esports tournament. How do you see the game strategy-wise different from March Madness to now, from like a game perspective of the squad?
Well, so here's the thing. I love the fact that you guys took the whole team concept. You guys did a 3-man team. It feels way more organized. It feels way more like team-based. Now I feel like I'm watching 3 people really rep a school versus like, you know, more of like a band of misfits going about the land trying to kill as many people as they could, like kind of solo. This feels much more team. I feel much more like I'm watching the schools represent. So I love the improvements you guys made to the gaming model. Honestly, I've never been that big of a baseball fan, so this is something that's allowing me as a non-baseball fan to tie in and kind of like fall in love with the rules, fall in love with the teams around the sport. Meanwhile, like I love basketball. I'm a huge Tar Heels fan, even though we didn't have this year in the March Madness. And then, of course, you said you have a soccer tournament coming up, which, like, I mean, I'm wearing a soccer jersey right now. I love soccer, so I'm super excited for that. You know, this is, for me, this is the most exciting baseball I've ever watched. So I love it.
And while we were talking there, UCLA with a squad wipe and only 7 away from a Grand Slam right now. So this could potentially become a huge point swing for them here.
It is 30-25, only a 5 runs lead.
Yeah, if they get that Grand Slam, add 2 more runs to that.
And again, that happened in the last 2 minutes. So, like, we have 8 minutes, 26 seconds left. So this is anybody's game. If you're just now joining us, you guys could still go over, jump into the Daily Brag. Ryan, if you can't post that one more time in chat for everybody that's just now tuning in. Guys, this is the first ever World Series College Baseball Esports Tournament. This is first of its kind. Make sure you guys are part of it. We have 2 more weeks of one more week of tournament, and then I believe the following week we start the next tournament, which Lavelle, you were telling us about a little bit earlier. It has to do with soccer. He gave us a couple teasers. If you didn't see it, I won't spoil it for you. Go back and watch the replay of today's games. I'll tell you this: it's
All
the
women
beginning of Game
gamers.
3.
All women gamers, some women's sports superstars coming out to represent those gamers. It's gonna
Oh, wow.
And
Guys,
why weren't
I'm
they
going to interrupt you real quickly. UCLA right here with the high ground shooting two different squads right now. They get a team wipe right there. They have a huge opportunity in this final circle to really make an advantage, and they just got their grand slam, so that's an additional 2 runs being added to their total. UCLA making a huge late game push as they begin to push into this yellow house, leaving their high ground, the safety of that, but they're bloodthirsty. They are going for these kills. They get it down there and a confirm. That's another one to their run total. They're throwing C4 left and right. Pushing into the house now, seeing lots of loot, lots of ammo. That gas is beginning to close, so they have to be careful, but they're just running along the edge of that ring, cleaning up kills right now. They're on a massive, massive tear. Getting shot at from upstairs right now, but it looks like they got another teammate going to clear that up. UCLA making a huge push in the final 6 minutes of this.
Is it tied? Ryan,
It's a tie right now.
Yeah, so right now, yeah, it is a tie game right now with Cal. You know, Cal's got some fights going on of their own, but UCLA, they got a lot of opportunities here.
No, actually, sorry. UCLA is leading. UCLA is leading by 3 right now.
Wow, so UCLA with a late push. Cal has enemies near them right now that they are fighting, but it seems like they're being harassed right now by just superior squad at the moment. They're not capable of getting any of those kills. They'll be getting sent to the gulag. Now, it is important to note there's only 13 people left for UCLA, so when they die, they will not be sent to the gulag. They're getting a loadout drop here, though, to refresh on some weapons and ammo. It'll be interesting to see what they pick up. Fresh choosing to take that RPG, which could become pivotal in these small circles when everyone's all bunched up. An interesting final circle for UCLA here, out in the open.
So Ryan, I have to ask you a question. Knowing that there's like barely any time left and there's like not as many gamers left in the UCLA lobby, would you just get out and get into a new one to get as many kills as you can in a new lobby?
You know, with only 5.5 minutes left, I don't know if I would. I would. You know, there's still another 9 players in this lobby. If they can get at least half of those, you know, there's a lot more players all concentrate. UCLA, unfortunately, will die there, but a tremendous run to give them a 3-kill lead. But now they got to hurry. They got to get back into a lobby before Cal Berkeley has a chance to capitalize on that. They have one in the gulag right now. They just had and he loses gulag match, but it looks like they had 2 win in the gulag. So they'll be in a pretty good position right now if they can get some weapons. They're pretty spread out. They're going to need to get some weapons really quickly. They're picking up a heartbeat sensor there, which is going to be pivotal for them finding some squads. They have a bounty contract up. Incredible stuff here from UCLA, though. They're loading back into a lobby. They only have 4.5 minutes, plus a minute of that warm-up lobby. It'll be interesting to see how much time they have to make another late push. But right now, Cal, they only have 2 people. They don't have enough money to redeploy. They're picking up some guns, but they have a bounty contract right on top of them, too.
So that's a huge advantage. The fact that
they are in the match.
Left. It's anybody's game, but like they are in a match without having to go through a warm-up. So I think it's going to be big.
If we refresh that score, it's currently 34-32 UCLA.
So would you say it's all up to Berkeley right now?
I would say UCLA, you know, they're still in the lobby with under 4 minutes left. I don't think there's a lot they're going to be able to do. And Cal has a golden opportunity.
They just got dropped.
They had a golden opportunity there to even the score with UCLA, and they missed it. And now they're going to be having to go back to the lobby.
That was a risky decision that late in the game. That point, I don't know if they might not know the score. They maybe don't have the stream up. I don't know. There's any number of things that could have led to that exact situation. But if I knew I had 3 minutes left of the match, I would not be playing, I think, that aggressive. Nor would I be in a confined space where I'm going to get. Ryan, you play a lot of games. I play a lot of games. You know, that's what's called a one-and-done position. You're in a spot where even if you do get that kill off, his teammate right behind you is going to
cleaned up immediately. Yeah, absolutely.
So that's definitely not the way to finish it up. But
that was risky.
We'll see what happens.
3 minutes left, and you know, interestingly enough, Cal Berkeley has had more kills during this game. they've had 30 kills, plus their 1 home run to give them 32. UCLA has only had 28 kills. They have a home run and a grand slam. That's what's giving them this 2-point advantage right now.
And what is the time on the clock right now?
The time on the clock right now, 2.5 minutes. Cal's just getting into a lobby right now. They're going to have a minute of warm-up. UCLA about to drop, so if they can get a couple quick kills, they might be able to put this lead out of reach.
Yeah.
This is easily coming down to be
now both teams
one of our most exciting games.
We have 20 seconds left on one team's warm-up. That seems like, I don't know, that seems really fast to me. It seems like their warm-up went really fast.
Yeah, it is going to be a short warm-up. UCLA looks like they're going...
Not getting good offs in that pistol round.
Not going to a super hot drop. They're kind of spread out right now. They might not realize how little time they have left. They need to start going for kills.
2-minute warning, 34-32.
They're picking up a bounty contract right now. Oh, and they're getting shot at, so they know their enemies around. Oh, and they're cleaning up. They get it down. They get the kill.
Now let me ask you.
In hot pursuit right now of the rest of the squad. They get another down there. Finish it for another run.
There we go, another kill.
Oh my gosh, UCLA. I think they're putting this game out of reach right now. Cal's only going to have, by the time they get to drop, about a minute 20 seconds.
So right now the updated score 34-32 UCLA. It should be updated, I think, in just a second with those latest kills. Now, Ryan, let me ask you this. How do you feel, have you seen a lot of the teams, as we've been kind of playing today, I feel like a lot of the teams, when they know it's that final couple of minutes, they're really bringing the noise. What I'm waiting to see is that team that brings the noise from the first minute. And I think Freedom J at our next match of the night, Virginia Tech, he's somebody who brings the noise. He brings the noise from the first 30 seconds. Super excited to see him rep. That's coming up right after this.
Oh, Cal right here. Cal right here with a hot drop. One goes down, not able to get these pistol kills, but they get another one. I looked like they might have been going for some helicopter kills there. They have one down. They're not out of it yet. There's a lot of people on this rooftop right now. They're able to get the confirm. Picking up their teammate right now, it looks like they only have 40 seconds left, so they're going to have to start picking up the pace. Meanwhile, UCLA, they've put this one out of reach. They are just hammering it home right now.
20 seconds left. We are counting down. We are at 19, 18.
Oh, and it looks like we've lost the UCLA stream, but we got it back.
15 seconds.
Yeah,
10 seconds.
Cal's not able to find the squads, and UCLA, they got too many quick kills early in that match. They've put this one out of reach.
That's gonna be UCLA. So there we go. We have UCLA.
UCLA
what a swing!
Unbelievable comeback! Oh my gosh!
Wow,
that was incredible.
Absolutely. Now, guys, I do want to say I think we still have the biggest, in my opinion, the biggest match of the night still to come. We have more prizes we're giving away across the entire tournament, so make sure you're staying tuned. Make sure you watch every single game. Who knows when we're going to give the next one away. And there's still time to fill out your daily brag. There's still one more game left. It's not too late. You can still fill it out. Get involved. Guys, this is already tuning up to be a very competitive, very almost like tied, I think, most of the game, and then it usually seems like one spreads away in the last like 5 to 6 minutes. Now, Lavelle, Daniel, how are you guys feeling? You guys, founded the Bragg House. You guys run the Bragg House. How do you guys feel about the competition today? Is your blood going?
This is ecstatic. Like, this is, I was like, my hand are like shaking. This is so incredible.
Yeah, wow.
Absolutely.
Dude, this is going to be a great match because we saw Michigan in the pre-qualifier and they came to play. So I always like people who consider the underdogs. You got to watch out for them. I mean, just like in traditional baseball, you got to watch out for those underdogs because they're hungry, dude.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, Ryan, I know you are super stoked. I'm super stoked. Let's talk about this tournament so far. How are you feeling about the action so far? I feel like thus far we've seen a lot of like really close games, but we've seen the hunters. We've seen the hunters come out. We've seen them go after the kills. We've seen them go after the thirst, and some of them have obviously, gotten their thirst quenched. Some have walked off as of course defeated. We have our second games tomorrow. What are you most excited to see tomorrow? Who's your favorite team walking into tomorrow so far?
Wow. I mean, yeah, so far, if we're going the Virginia Tech-Michigan match that we have coming up later tonight, I have to say, I think it's got to be UCLA for me. UCLA were really able to just turn it on when the going got tough, just real competitors right there. Cal, me above anyone else in this call. I had Cal, far and above UCLA midway through that match. I thought that lead was insurmountable, especially with the way Cal was playing. And, they never really started playing worse, but UCLA just turned up the heat. At first we were questioning, is it worth it to go for these home runs? Is it worth it to go for these grand slams? And I think UCLA just kind of proved it there. Yeah. Those bonus points that they got were the difference maker in that match.
They were down by, slam. I believe, 11 at one point, right?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
They were down by 11, brought it back in less than 2 minutes. We talked about that at 8 minutes and 30 seconds left, and at 6 minutes and 17 seconds left, we were saying, "Oh crap, they're tied." So that was incredible.
No, yeah. I honestly, we've been really lucky today with a lot of really close, really competitive matches. But that one, my heart's been racing for 2 straight hours with the TCU Florida State game, and now that, oh man.
I honestly did not anticipate TCU losing after seeing them in the pre-qualifying, but FSU came to play.
Not only after winning after how they played in the pre-qualifying, but they went up 10-0.
They did.
They were up 10-0 in the first 5 minutes, and Florida State was able to work their way back. That's kind of been the theme today. Ohio State, they were out to an early lead. Michigan State was able to close and win that game. TCU out to an early lead. Florida State able to close and win that game. And now, as we see it here, Cal out to a huge lead. And UCLA just kept grinding and chipping into that lead until suddenly just one huge push got them over the edge and got them the win for game one. I mean, I think tomorrow's round of matches, these game twos coming up tomorrow are going to be absolutely insane. Absolutely insane.
That's why I love baseball, though, because it's not over. It's just the best out of 3 now.
Exactly.
So now you can go take that L and then come back and regroup.
There are no flukes. There are no flukes. You got to prove yourself.
You got to prove yourself. In the best out of 3, you got to prove yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Just have a good day.
That was an unbelievable match.
With that being said, guys, we'll be right back. When we come back, we have our final game of the night. Now, again, as I just said, we have 2 more days possibly of series depending on how tomorrow's games go. We had a couple very close games today, so I imagine tomorrow will be just as close. It's going to be a super, super active day. We'll be right back in just a few minutes to bring you the final game of the evening, which is Michigan versus Virginia Tech, right here live in 9 minutes. See you soon. What is up, guys? And we are back. We are coming back into the last game of the night, which is going to be, once again, Michigan, Virginia Tech. Guys, how excited are you guys right now?
Oh no, I'm super excited. You know, looking back at our March Madness bracket, Virginia Tech ended up winning the whole thing over Ohio State in the finals. Their team captain, Freedom J, is just an absolute beast of a player. So it'll be really interesting to see if he's able to show up again, and see how this match goes. Michigan, earned their spot here in their own right, as they had to beat UVA in a pre-qualifying.
So, guys, it looks like we are having just a real quick issue. It looks like a little bit of lag coming in. So we are just trying to work on that real quick. Give us 1 second.
Yeah. I'll watch you cross.
So right now what we're about to do is we're about to jump into, again, our final game of the evening.
I don't have any plays.
So
there we
going
go.
back to our four-way chat, let's pull our chat back up.
They were pushing.
We got everything going.
Do you hear them? They're behind us.
Now we are updating for the next game. The next game is coming up right now.
Could be hot.
Will definitely be hot.
Drop my cash.
I hear a box here.
All right, so we got our scoreboard updated. Again, guys, having a little bit of connectivity issue with one of our streamers.
They're coming after us.
Now they're shooting other people. You hear them? Silent gunfight. I think we should try and cross over.
So let's go ahead. Let's just pull up one of our gamers real quick.
Push right. Let's push right.
Yeah, so if we look at Virginia Tech here, they're in this interesting. Virginia Tech is in the pregame lobby right now. Meanwhile, Blue Hailstorm from Michigan, they're about to jump in for the official match.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. There was a replay. Probably.
Yeah,
Alright.
same strat, same move. I'm not worried about it.
So it looks like we are.
Same strat.
Having a just updating our streams right now. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen.
There we go.
Go.
So we have Freedom J. Let's go ahead and dive into him for a second. Let's watch him. I believe our other streamer is also coming back online.
Yeah, Michigan right now, they're on right now. They also landed Rooftop of Superstore, which makes you think they got to have been watching those games from earlier, saw that was a strategy, and they got a pretty good loadout right now too. They're actually kind of running away from the fighting right now, probably just to get some better loot before they go and engage. Could be missing out on some valuable early kills though. Meanwhile, Freedom J, he's landing up kind of towards Dam right now. The first time we've seen someone drop up here, interestingly enough. But, Freedom J never want to question his motives.
Absolutely not. Freedom J, I mean, obviously one of our strongest players of the March Madness.
You take that.
I would say probably the most infamous, if you would, of just having crazy plays. As you guys, as we already did earlier, there was really, pivotal moments that we actually ended up featuring in some of that trailer footage. That's how big those moments were for the tournament. So
Absolutely.
Had him on our show after that too, Matt.
Absolutely, yeah, we did the live interview with him, which I believe, once again, that was another first, guys. That was something that I've never really seen that done before. You don't really get post-player interviews. The Bragg House actually went out of their way to do post-player interviews. We were able to bring in some professional athletes that actually talked and interviewed some of the esports athletes, compared the competitive scape, the competitive nature. I thought that was really cool.
Michigan right now, they're looking pretty good. They're moving as a squad. They've gotten 2, now 3 kills. Get the squad wipe there as Pescado goes in for the cleanup reviving his teammates.
I'm sorry, I was looking. He popped out.
Meanwhile, Freedom J
I'm covering.
walking around with his
Alright, grab their
squad
guns
right
and armor.
now. They are at a military base.
Oh,
Yeah,
here.
I only have one plate out.
But Michigan looking good. Looks like they got the early lead, 3-0, and
Oh.
they've encountered more fighting. One of them goes down again inside that superstore. He'll get picked up pretty easily though, except for that grenade that comes
Oh my
in,
God.
knocks another one.
Ryan, I have to ask you something though.
Yeah.
Coming up the stairs.
Does it hurt seeing Michigan play today?
It might have hurt more if I was the one playing for UVA yesterday, but it was outside of my control. Nothing I could have done. Michigan's gonna be sent to the gulag here. All three of their members. They each got a kill grenade already though, so not too shabby a start for them. Meanwhile, Freedom J and Virginia Tech still scrounging around the military base. They know that there's some enemies here. They're going hunting for the kill right now.
So guys, if
The
you're
kill
just
storm is gonna.
If you're just joining us real quick, Ryan, sorry to interrupt you. We have 40 minutes left. I just want to let everybody know, if you're just joining us, this is the first ever World Series
I'm gonna keep playing until
esports tournament brought to you by the
kills.
Bragg House. You can still
Bring it
go
through,
in,
bring it through.
jump into the daily brags. You can still get into the competition. The bracket's closed, so if you didn't get in on time
That's
you're late
fair.
to the party, sorry about that. We do have another
Someone
tournament
stat
starting in
check?
just a few weeks. But you can still jump in on all of the daily
Someone should do a
brags and
stat
for a
check?
lot of really cool chances to win. What are we doing? We're giving away cash. We're giving away gift cards. We're giving away all different types of free prizes. The grand prize winner is going home with $1,000, completely free. All you have to do is just be involved in the bracket. Now we're going to be bringing you more tournaments, more action. Ryan, I believe this is the second tournament you've seen. I know you do play a ton of games. From a player perspective, from a watching perspective, like this is a lot of fun, but B, I'm sure it's a lot of action to play in as well.
6 minutes.
Yeah, no, it's super cool seeing all of these different schools represented by these different teams. It's definitely a really great replacement for some college sports that we've all been missing, I'm sure. And even without that, it's just a phenomenal time in its own right. And we're happy that we're able to kind of put on such a great time for all these different students.
Now, let me ask you this: you are a Florida, or I'm sorry, not a Florida. Jeez, that's a what's it called? A Freudian slip, right?
Yeah, Freudian slip.
But what? As a college student, how do you feel like getting repo school, getting to see other people repo school? I feel like this brings something completely new into esports we haven't really seen before. And not only that, but on top of that, we're seeing like really good competitive gameplay from skilled gamers. Not the big CS:GO scene. It's kind of a new scene that's developing. So there isn't this meta yet. We're seeing a lot of innovative stuff. How do you feel like that ties in with being, representing a school, representing that school pride? Do you feel like there's more on the line?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because when you're playing, you got your friends, family, and fans all watching you, wanting you to show out for your school. I mean, I was a student athlete at UVA, and I got the same rush competing in the last tournament, the March Madness tournament, that I did every time I would compete as an athlete for UVA.
Now, you did play Virginia Tech last time, right?
I did swimming.
Virginia.
Okay, so you played Virginia. Okay, cool. So do you feel like, if you were in this match right now, if you were playing up against these guys, how do you feel like you'd be doing?
We lost to Vanderbilt in the March Madness tournament. They had a little bit of a ringer in there, so and then Vanderbilt ended up getting smacked by Freedom J and Virginia Tech too. So I have a lot of faith in myself and my abilities, but even I have my limits. And watching a guy like Freedom J compete for Virginia Tech right now, you're seeing him get down after down right now.
Yeah, that was sick.
Darting around these hallways.
Now, when you how often do you land on hospital? I don't really land on hospital that much. I'm not a huge fan of hospital. Every time I land there, it usually goes down just like that, right? Either you get a few kills, then you get dropped, or you walk out as a loot god with usually a helicopter or one of the golf carts, but you're walking out with a ton of stuff. I feel like that's kind of a risky play to be going into. I mean, I guess they just made it look good. Warm up.
Hospital for me, I always found really interesting. It's somewhere I went a lot early, like when I first began playing the game. You're unfamiliar with the map, you're unfamiliar with the meta, and it's easy to kind of lurk around hospital, stay alive a little bit longer. You feel like you can get some good loot, feel a little bit safer inside. But as you start to advance, get better and better at the game, you start going for those hotter drops like Scrapyard and Superstore, because those early game moments are pivotal.
Yeah, if you
Get
don't
kills,
if you
get a
don't
little
get
bit
them
of
there,
confidence.
you're not going to be able to catch up. You're going to psych yourself out more than anything else. If you get a huge deficit in the beginning, I think that's the biggest thing you're going to face, is that psychological push.
Yeah, absolutely. But at the same time, in all 3 matches we've seen earlier today, it started out with the winning team going down in a big hole at the beginning of the game for Cal Berkeley. They were up 11 runs on UCLA very early in the game. TCU got out to a 10-0 run lead over Florida State earlier in the game. Ohio State was winning pretty much the entire game against Michigan State, and all of those teams with an early lead ended up losing. So I'm not sure what kind of psychological profile we can make from that. But
Freedom J is already in 3 kills there in the vehicle. There's the same strategy they kind of used back in March Madness. And they've done a lot of damage playing that way.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, that's the one thing that I'm surprised we haven't seen more of in this tournament. We've seen a couple of teams flirt with the concept, but very rarely do we see teams like Virginia Tech take advantage of these vehicles, use them to dart around. The only team that comes to mind in this tournament really is Michigan State. They began using this method pretty heavily towards the end of their match, and it definitely worked out for them. It was a big reason why they were able to overcome Ohio State in their game 1.
Yep.
But these guys, Virginia Tech, they're the ones that patented this method with Braghouse, and they're showing all the reasons why it works right now. Is they're just preying on these weaker squads right now in the WHP camp.
Absolutely. Now, how do you feel watching VT Michigan? Now, obviously, I know you said you're like team to watch so far, UCLA. But granted, I can't knock that at all. That was a huge performance by them. Freedom J, call me biased. He is tied now. We do have 35 minutes left. But I guess I'm kind of just anticipating Freedom J to just come out swinging. Everyone else has, a little league bat, and he comes out with like an RPG. Daniel, Lavelle, how do you guys feel? How do you guys feel like it's going to go? Just watching the first 2 minutes of this game, do you guys have a favorite yet for the first week?
You have to root with who the victor is. Obviously the strong competition come in, and there are people who are like, Freedom who? I've never heard of that dude. But you know what? We watched him, man. So we watched every other person come in and say, yeah, I'm gonna beat him and lose horribly. So you got to give it to him, man.
And Freedom J was super humble, man. I gotta give it to him. He came onto the show. We did a live interview. He even said, he was like, man, it just comes down to the luck. It's about like where you drop. It's all about this. And then I think game after game, especially the 2 last games,
game,
yeah, just slaughtered the competition. And it made it look effortless in some cases, as you guys I'm sure probably saw if you did tune in to our March Madness tournament.
By the way,
I think the score's tied again, right, Daniel?
Virginia Tech, yeah, it's tied again, but Virginia Tech is supposed to get their first home run.
Nice.
Yeah, they're only five deaths away from reaching their first home run of this match so far here.
I like Dawson in the chat. He's like,
yeah, Dawson representing right now.
Representing hard, dude.
Yeah, respect. Lavelle, the notorious Fairweather fan, of course he's gonna pick Freedom J here. It's a safe bet. But I always like to root for the underdog. I really do. I hope Michigan really performs today. I don't see it happening.
See, but again, I know we said this a couple times, but I like to say it again. It's like, this is what I love about baseball. It's a best out of something series. It's like, it's not just a good game. It's like, even if Freedom J loses tonight, you know what? He's going to regroup. He's coming back. He's going to win. But even if he loses,
Well, and hey, we can't forget about, Freedom J's teammates, obviously, Jamont and C.H. Anderson, both really, really talented players in their own right. So can't slack on them either. And that's what this game is, Unlike the March Madness team or March Madness tournament where it was all about just whatever player got the highest score, this tournament is a team game. Just like it's a team game. You got to have your whole squad contributing. You can't just rely on one person.
Oh, absolutely.
And I like that more. I really like the fact that you guys made that change because it does make it feel like it is that school team now. It feels like I'm watching the Virginia Tech team. Last time it kind of felt like this like Russian roulette style, like drop style, which was great. It was you guys did a tournament a week after a game was announced, and it wasn't even really like pre-hyped that much. They were just kind of like, oh, everyone's stuck at home. Boom, here's a free Warzone game. And then a week later, you guys had a
Virginia
tournament
Tech just got their home run.
Boom, there we go.
Virginia Tech,
off to
their first home run of the match. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the scoring system in this tournament, it's baseball scoring as close as we can make it. Every kill counts as one run. And as the game goes on, if a squad lives into the top 50 players in a lobby, they'll be awarded a home run, which is 2 extra runs added to their squad's total. Now, if any of that squad lives into the top 20 players in a lobby, that home run becomes a grand slam, which is another 2 additional runs. So a grand slam is 4 additional runs added to your squad's total. And we've seen them, at first we were wondering, I don't know how much of a difference is that going to make. Is it going to be worth it for teams to stick in a game with less players just to get those extra runs? That was really the difference maker in UCLA's game. 30 minutes ago against Cal, they got a grand slam and they ended up winning by just a few runs. So that grand slam not only proved pivotal from an extra run standpoint, but it also gave them the opportunity to get some more kills when the circle was really close, really small, close and tight. They had a lot of scary close quarters encounters that they were able to escape with a few kills that, maybe would have taken them longer to have in let's say the middle of a new game.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, guys, I just want to tune back in real quick to the action. We do have, as of right now, 30 minutes, just over 30 minutes left. So it is the last game of the night. There's still a lot of action going on. It's 8-10 right now. Let's keep it going. I'm super excited to see both of these teams battle it out. I think we're going to see a lot of action in this last
Guys, let's talk about daily brags, and let's talk about the raffle that we're going to do in this stream.
Yeah, we're good. Absolutely. So, we are going to do, daily brags. You guys can still go and sign up for those daily brags. You guys can very easily still get involved. Now, we are going to be doing them every single day. So, if we are broadcasting, if we are live, there is a daily brag, which means that you guys got to be on top of filling it out, getting it in on time. If you didn't already fill out the bracket, well, that's $1,000 you could have won that now you don't have a chance at. But you still have tons of prizes that the Brag House is giving away that you can score, and you can get a competitive edge and learn how the tournament works before our next tournament, which starts in just 2 weeks. So it gives you guys a huge, huge head start on the next tournament, which I think will probably be just as big, if not maybe even bigger. Soccer is one of the biggest sports in the entire world. I absolutely love baseball, but let's be honest, soccer is soccer. So, guys, you can still get involved. You can still have fun. Do the research now. The most successful players and fans last tournament were the ones who watched every single game. They did their research. They studied what the competition was doing, and they did it that way.
Wow. Guys, just real quickly, interjecting here, Freedom J just hit 10 kills for this lobby, and they are not too far away from a grand slam of their own right now. Meanwhile, Michigan, they're just now starting to drop in their second lobby. But they're missing out on a lot of valuable time, and Freedom J is definitely taking advantage of it. Only 2 people in their squad right now, but they got plenty of money to redeploy them should they choose. And they're back in that car going around looking for kills. Already, as you can see, an outstanding performance by Freedom J.
Now, I have a question for all 3 of you. We've all seen Freedom J play. What do you think is going to happen if they reach the top 20? Do you think they're going to get out or stay in the same lobby?
Oh, and Freedom J, actually getting taken down there as he was redeploying his teammate. It'll be interesting to see if they'll be able to bring this back. But there his team goes. They're going for the revive. It's going to need a squad mates to push, but he gets run up on from behind. Daniel, to answer your question, I think we're about to see the answer right here. They have one teammate who just respawned. He's up in the air right now, but it looks like he'll probably end up dropping further away. Oh, but Freedom J, that's the first time he's died this game. He's going to be going straight to the gulag. So they still have an opportunity for this grand slam here. Meanwhile, Michigan dropping in on the roof of Superstore. This is a strategy we saw from them yesterday. They drop on the roof of the Superstore, very hot drop, try and get as many early kills as possible, and then once they die, they'll go to the gulag, try and get those kills, and then they'll leave the lobby and rejoin a new one. It worked out pretty well against UVA yesterday since they weren't putting up much of a fight. But for a team like Virginia Tech, it will be really interesting to see if this same strategy will work. They didn't have the most kills yesterday, and they also had an extra 15 minutes to do this. You got to think that with the shorter time limit on these games, you can't imagine you want to spend too much of that time sitting in lobbies, quitting out after every beginning of the game.
Who's in the gulag?
Freedom J is in the gulag right now. He's waiting for an opponent. Meanwhile, there's only 25 people left in this lobby, and they still have one guy alive on the outside. If Freedom J does not find an opponent in the gulag within the next 20 seconds, he'll just be sent back out.
Absolutely. Now we are at under 30 minutes left, so we do have 27 minutes left going into this. We have somebody down, coming to get killed. It looks like Michigan's about to go down. 2 players down in the same room. They're probably about to get dropped. Yep, looks like it's about to go down. RIP. VT is also the gulag coming out. It's anybody's game still. 26 minutes left.
Yeah, so Freedom J, he didn't get a chance to get a kill in that gulag, but he doesn't get a free redeploy, which is probably pretty nice. And his teammate was able to buy back in the other squad mate. So now Virginia Tech, just like that, back to a full squad with only 24 people left in this game.
Damn.
Real quick, want to just say, Ben Short, thanks for the sub, man. Guys, you can, of course, sub to support the Bragg House. It's an easy way to bring more content, easy way to support not just us, but also the players. Everything that really, like any subs, anything like that, it's going to go back into creating either more tournaments, more prizes for the fans, any combination of both, or something new that you haven't seen before, because apparently that's just like what this company just continually does. So, guys, if you want to support, just drop a follow. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on IG. Follow us on Twitter. Like, keep up with the Bragg House. If you guys are enjoying this, like Ben, really appreciate the support. Everyone else who's saying that they're really enjoying, the stream. Like, guys, just, keep up with us, because this is just the second tournament. This is continually innovating. I'm excited to see what they keep doing. If you want to keep up with it, make sure you guys drop that follow. It's going to be a big deal.
Yeah, we're going to have some weekly tournaments coming in really soon. Ryan is cooking up some stuff back in there. We're going to save it, but he's cooking up some fire back there. So we have some major tournaments. We have we're going to have a lot of surprises coming in. We have that all-women's gamers tournament coming up. That's going to be nice.
Yep. And Virginia Tech right now, they got 2 people down with only 22 people left in the lobby.
That's going to suck if they don't get a grand slam.
Yeah, it's going to be close. You're going to have one guy die right now. He'll have bled out. Meanwhile, Freedom J is still on the ground. It looks like he won't be able to be revived by his squad mate.
Done. He just went
yeah,
down.
he'll be taken in by the gas.
One person left.
I think they got a grand slam. I'm looking at Jamon, who's spectating Chanderson, and it looks like they were able to reach the last 19 gamers.
Yeah,
So
well, I mean, I guess that would have made sense. The 2 of his squad mates died, and there are only 22 people left, so they're kind of guaranteed right there a grand slam. So Virginia Tech, getting their first grand slam, turning that home run to a grand slam. Crazy to think that they'd only played in one lobby so far. They finished that lobby with 17 points. That's kind of similar to how we saw Cal play in their first lobby in the last match.
Absolutely. So we're at 24 minutes left now. We do have 17 for Virginia Tech. They are definitely in the lead, pulling ahead. No sign of stopping either.
Only 8 runs ahead of Michigan. Michigan's also in the lobby right now, so we don't have any, unfortunately, any gameplay going for you guys. But
we've seen bigger things.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, no, but it's definitely maybe before the past couple of games, I would have said that VT was running away with it, out of reach. But after seeing what UCLA did, after seeing what
FSU,
Florida State, and even Michigan State, after seeing all of those insane comebacks,
man,
who knows? Maybe Michigan has it in them. Who knows?
It does look like 19-9 right now. So
I mean, you guys have to. I mean, I know you guys are listening to like their streams, but I love the coaching that that Freedom J gives him. He's like, come on, boys, we need to be here. This is good. It's so calm, though. It's like I listen to everyone's streams and people are like hyping their team up. He's hyping his team up in the most calmest way, though. I love it.
Yeah, everyone else has been screaming to their team. I've heard like more profanity than probably on like a Navy boat. And then like Freedom J is just like, hey guys, we should probably go over here. Like, let's just go get some frags. Let's just go wipe teams out.
Let's just go over there and just get them. Let's get those runs. So chill.
I know, he talks about like it's where to go to breakfast.
All right, so we're at the halfway point right now in this match. Michigan 10 run deficit to Virginia Tech right now. Michigan's going to be dropping in. Looks like they're going to be aiming for Superstore. Meanwhile, Virginia Tech in that pre-game warm-up lobby.
So I won't lie, I expected a little bit more from Freedom J. Just a little bit more.
Just a little bit more.
I mean,
10 kills.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's bringing it pretty hard, Daniel.
Yeah.
I mean, compared to other gamers,
Is that a challenge?
He's got 22 minutes left. He's like he's just over 20 minutes into it.
You know, Daniel, also Freedom J, I'm sure, is playing an entirely different game that he played in that March Madness bracket because suddenly it's not just about how many kills one person can get anymore. It's making sure that the whole team is getting kills.
But still,
so I'm sure there are a lot of situations where he might have tried to farm kills in the last tournament that he's now a lot more willing to let his teammates just grab up because it's all
team effort
up into one communal pool. All right, so Michigan again with this hot drop right on the Superstore. It looks like they're bringing those pistols out, trying to get some people paragliding down. That would be an impressive shot if you could have hit it. And not a ton of enemies, it looks like, on the Superstore rooftop. Pretty rare that occurs.
Tactic in the pre-qualifier.
Yeah, that's been their biggest tactic. Something really interesting so far is the fact that we haven't seen any teams yet be in the same game. That's something I was expecting to happen at least some point.
You know, but you say that, but we didn't really see that happen last tournament either. You know, so I think that it's such a big game at this point. I believe the other day I was on, and I think I saw that they were actually boasting. I believe it was on Twitter that they had 180 million people online concurrently.
Ooh.
Oh my
which
god!
Is like,
concurrently is insane.
That's like some countries, bro. Like that's some countries like online playing Call of Duty. And yeah, I mean, I know that season 4 has been their biggest by far. But it's just like it's crazy to think about that many people hitting these servers. If you played the game and experienced the lag, it's super easy to believe that many people were online.
Yeah, absolutely. Michigan right here getting 2 kills really quickly.
So
I looked up at the chat. Who is here from Michigan in the chat?
Do we have any Michigan fans? Let's see some mail.
I don't know. I've only been seeing Virginia Tech.
I've seen a lot of VT.
We promised all of you a gift card, a second gift card for today's overall stream.
Oh yes,
so I hope all of you who are currently watching, I hope you're all ready. The key word is bracket, like bracket, but with a G instead of a C. It won't count if you write down bracket regularly. It has to be BRAGE.
Colorado, like, bro.
Colorado said, bro, what?
What?
BRAGE.
Oh.
There we go. Stevie's got it.
A couple of them.
Katrina's got it.
Thanks God we're doing a raffle because you totally threw Colorado VT off, dude. He was like, "What's the guy with the accent saying?" I'm slowly missing.
I have no idea. It's like after 7 hours of streaming today, guys. Give me a little bit of a break.
Yeah, it has been a lot. All right, so Michigan, it looks like they're taking control of Superstore here. They're probably going to be rotating out. It looks like they're going to be heading for this bounty contract across the way. Meanwhile, Virginia Tech, they're currently at military base right now. No kills to their names so far, but they've just dropped full lobby. And it looks like they might be going towards one of these bunkers over here. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, I think they're going for one of the hangar buildings. I mean, honestly, I'll be candid. That's usually what I do. Is if I land at military base, I go for either this hangar or the one that they're looking at up there, like right in front of them here. And then I'll play the back of it, and I'll just kind of see where everyone's running about in the military base and figure out who I want to try to pinch.
Yeah, that's a really good call, and they're getting into a fight right here.
It's
pretty
a
long distance for the
play.
P90, but
yeah,
it's
an interesting play for the P. Like, that's definitely not the type of gear. Very Freedom J, of course.
Yeah. Oh, and he gets it.
Thank you. 2 connections.
Wow,
So we
that
get to play. Where's my
aiming
team
looking
wipe?
pretty
Look at
erratic
that,
there,
dude.
though.
Look at that. 2 kills on the ground with a random C4 over the wall.
So we're gonna have to start making new rules about the C4 kills. Michigan doing a little ATV surfing right now. Oh, and they're going after this bounty contract hard. They are chasing him down. They see him too. They're heavy in the fight. They have one teammate go down. Explosions left and right now. They're getting pinned though. They have high ground and getting flanked from both sides of that silo. And they'll be going down. They'll be heading to the gulag right now.
Boom.
So Michigan, you know, they're making the effort. They're putting in. They're getting into these fights. They're just having a lot of trouble closing out on them. And, you know, bounty contract's always hard because, you know, the bounty knows you're coming.
And, of course, I do want to hone in on one little detail. The one big difference, guys, that you've seen, and granted, it's not going to play as big of a role in today's game, but the big difference, you know, map-wise, that we've seen between the last tournament and this tournament is they've added armor satchels. So now you can pick up an armor satchel. Instead of just having the original 5 pieces of armor on you, you can have up to 8 now stacked inside of your bank. On top of that, they've also come up with something that's, you know, kind of, I forgot what it's called, Ryan, you might be able to help me here. It's like the reverse of a bounty system. It makes yourself, high value target.
Oh, yeah,
And
high value target.
gives you a ton of money if you can survive. I haven't seen anybody pull that card yet. I'll be candid, when you're playing to win, that's a huge key
Guys,
that I use. It's a secret play that I use.
We have a gift card winner. I can announce whenever we're ready.
Yeah, well, Freedom J right here going down. He just died to the same strategy, or didn't die, but went down to the same strategy they've been using all game. Oh, and he gets finished up there. Whole squad going to the gulag, but team rolled up on them in a golf cart and just took them all out. So, you know, it bites both ways. Yeah, Daniel, you're ready.
So the winner of the gift card is Chris_KeeSee, Keesee.
Chris, congratulations.
Send us an email to events@thebraghouse.com and we'll send a gift card your way. All right, if you don't mind.
Yep, I got it.
Yep, thank you.
All right, so
let go, Chris.
Go, Chris. A little scoring update right now. Virginia Tech double up on Michigan, 22-11. You know, this is a pretty low-scoring game, honestly. Virginia Tech pretty on pace with some of the other games we've seen so far, but Michigan is really hurting right now. They're currently in the middle of a gunfight right now. They're getting flanked, too, by a couple of squads. They have 2 men down. Their whole squad is down. They're going to finish that lobby with 4 kills.
For someone who played, well, always remember making it all the way, pre-qualifying, doing something to get there, and then if you don't make it there in the actual tournament, you get really, really pissed.
Yeah.
Well,
Jay Mont right now actually looking like the MVP of this game, of this lobby for Virginia Tech. He's the only one to make it back out, and he's got 3 kills to his name. He's just driving by. Looks like he might be trying to use that ATV to get some kills. He's backing up. He's trying to get him. Oh, this is
done.
Probably not going to work out.
So now we got both teams going back to the lobby. There's under 15 minutes left, guys. Final game
this
of the
game
night,
moving by really quickly.
Minutes. Absolutely, yeah, and it's double up. So we got Virginia Tech at 22 to Michigan's 11. So this is really potentially going to be our first upset of the day. I can't say I would be surprised if it comes from Freedom J. I don't think any of us can say that we'd be surprised.
I don't know who thought this was an upset.
Upset.
Yeah. We'll see, man.
Like, you guys are against Freedom J. Freedom J, I always had your back. I always knew you were going to do it.
There were a couple games last tournament that I believe he was not the top fragger for his team, and he got carried by his teammate. I can't recall the name. There was, I believe.
No, Freedom J was always the highest.
Freedom J was always a top fragger. Ohio State was in the final. They had their guy who had been top fragger the entire tournament. Was actually not the top fragger in their final match. It came down to another one of their players. But, you know, Freedom J, too much to handle as Virginia Tech is going to be entering into a new lobby here at about the same time as Michigan. Could it be happening? Could they be going into the same game?
Who knows?
Oh, my gosh, that would be
Find out in 10 seconds on Braghouse TV.
All right, so let's see where the warm-up is.
Let's remind
Let's
everyone
see.
about the daily brags and the prizes they can win if they just fill up the daily brag and what the daily brag is. If Ryan, Lavelle, if you guys wanna.
Yeah. So, guys, the bracket, unfortunately, for the tournament is already closed since the matches have started. But you can still fill out the daily brag forms, and what those are is every single day of this tournament, there will be a whole bunch of different questions that you can bet and vote on. And if you get them right, you are one of the top daily braggers. You will get a prize. I'm putting the link in the chat right now. Here are the daily brag forms. Every single day of the tournament, a new one opens up for you guys to fill out. And yeah, just because you can't win the $1,000 grand prize from the bracket doesn't mean you can't win some other really cool prizes through the daily brags. So go check that out.
I like the key word there. The key word, Ryan, free.
And those, yeah, exactly. And those daily brags are free and at absolutely no risk to you guys. We're doing it because we love our viewers and we want to keep building our community, and we feel like we want to give something back, some love back to you guys.
Ryan, so Daniel, you just don't love Freedom J. Okay, that's the. You love
those are harsh accusations there, Lavelle. Those are some harsh
Yeah. All right. Hey, Michigan still has 12 minutes. They have 12 minutes to get 12 kills and even this thing up.
We're not, unfortunately, in the same game, but now we do have both teams hitting the plane. Now, there is going to be a few second head start Michigan gets, but based off when they jump out of the plane, based off where they choose to land, that could be negated like really, really fast. So,
I'd say there's very little advantage from that aspect right now. I'd say the only advantage is a 12-run lead that Virginia Tech is currently hoisting over Michigan.
I mean, there's one thing we have to keep in mind. Even if it's a 70-run lead, right? It's only first game out of 3. Michigan can come back tomorrow, win, hypothetically speaking, of course, can win the second game and bring it to a tiebreaker on Sunday.
That's true, boys. We don't know who is going to be in a tiebreaker. I think I'm most excited to see who's going to make it to the tiebreaker.
Yeah, who would be your one bet right now for what two teams go into a tiebreaker?
Oh, it would have to be UCLA, Berkeley.
Really?
I'm gonna say FSU.
Oh no, sorry.
No,
I'm with you, Daniel. Sorry, I was thinking of the wrong teams. Yeah, the FSU.
Really?
The way that swing came, it was just crazy, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the fact that FSU and UCLA just needed some time to warm up. But we know Ohio State made it to the finals of the last tournament. I'm gonna say Michigan State, Ohio State is gonna go into a tiebreaker, and they will be playing on Sunday.
I'm gonna call that Ohio State's going home tomorrow.
Oh, and Michigan here looks like they have a great opportunity. Had the high ground to get some early kills in Superstore. They're home. They got to feel more comfortable here than they do anywhere else. They get one down. Can't get the confirm though. And unfortunately, Blue Hailstorm will get confirmed. He's going to be heading to the Gulag. Meanwhile, Freedom J, also in Superstore, just in a different lobby right now. He's picking up that 725, and he's making a move right now. Oh, and he turns around a little too high on that sensitivity. He'll be going to the Gulag as well. Hopefully his team can clean up some of the squad that he's leaving behind in Superstore. Meanwhile, Michigan, then they got one man down and 2 men in the Gulag right now.
And guys, we are
three Gulag players. And it looks like Virginia Tech is going to be doing the same, all going to the Gulag.
By the way, how are we on timing? I think we are 8 minutes left?
We have 9.5 minutes. 9.5 minutes left on the clock. Michigan's still down 12 runs. They're starting to run out of time. But honestly, kind of a lower scoring game that we've seen so far.
Very low scoring game.
Yeah, depending on if
you were laughing at me when I was saying that it was lower than usual. Now you see what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Freedom J though does win his Gulag, the only one of Virginia Tech to do so. Meanwhile, Blue Hailstorm over here from Michigan, he's playing conservatively, hanging out in his spawn in the Gulag, trying to get any information about where his opponent could be. He starts to move up a little bit, knows that overtime is going to be coming, trying to catch the flag, but he doesn't see the guy prone behind the flag, and he'll be taken out. Freedom J, meanwhile,
Colorado VT, you're always welcome in our chat.
Freedom J gets his teammate are both back, so they'll both get a couple kills towards it. Michigan, unfortunately, they're all three of their members losing the Gulag. And, you know, guys, I've been saying it all day, and I'm going to keep saying it. The Gulag is the most important aspect of this tournament. The teams that win the matches are the ones that win in the Gulag, because those are a lot of really easy kills that you could be getting, you could be accumulating, and you could be getting back into the game. And, you know, the teams that are winning these matches are the ones that are performing in the Gulag.
I mean, I'm not gonna argue about that, but I'm just gonna say like the goal kills definitely make a difference, but like they're not like the make or break. Like we've seen like teams that have just been killing it like in the rounds themselves, getting those skills, playing, strategizing together. Like obviously the Gulag are an extra without a doubt, but like there's a lot more than just the Gulag. That's what I'm trying to say.
Let's go Hokies.
All right, so with just under 8 minutes left, 14 kill lead it looks like right now. Michigan really suffering with that empty trip they had in that lobby, getting no kills nor any Gulag kills. They're going to be heading back into a match right now. Meanwhile, Virginia Tech, led by Freedom J, they're down one man. They only have a squad of 2, but it looks like they're going to be respawning him at this buy station in the gas station outside Superstore real quickly. Freedom J also a smart purchase, picking up a UAV.
Nice.
Helping him get, he's going to call it in. He sees a number of teams all around him. So it looks like him and the rest of the squad are going to be moving in real quickly. He sees one squad on the outside of Superstore right now that is looking like an easy target.
Do you think like the Hokies are going to get another home run? They're like third way in, but I don't know.
They might. You know, it's definitely within reason. Freedom J getting a knock there, but has to retreat. He's going to push in, try and get a confirm. Gets another knock. Oh, and a double kill plus team wipe there for Freedom J. He's up to 5 kills in this lobby already. There's still 104 players to go.
Now,
very
with 6
impressive.
minutes left. Anything could happen. So it's definitely not over yet. You know, I know you guys are definitely saying it's a big spread. Don't lose hope. There's still action coming. There's 5 minutes left. We've seen even crazier stuff happen. Guys, there's still plenty of reason to stay tuned.
They weren't going against Freedom J, Matt.
Absolutely. But, you know, you guys never know.
Oh, man. 18. Guys, 18 runs. I don't want to be the pessimist of the group, but I don't see it happening, y'all. I really don't.
I'm quite sure that's the largest advantage we've seen in the matches today.
I think so.
I mean, but again, Michigan, it's just your first round. You have round 2 to really come back.
Yeah, you know, hopefully Michigan can take a look at the strategy that they've been using, kind of realize, hey, this kind of gimmicky stuff isn't going to work. It's not going to work against real teams. Yeah, UVA wasn't a real team. I'll just say that. But they, you know, they reevaluate. They definitely have talent on their team. Like they have guys who can get kills. They just got to reevaluate their strategy and, you know, come back tomorrow with a new mindset. And, you know, maybe Freedom J will like break his thumbs or something. I don't know.
Who knows? We still have 5 minutes left in this match, so we'll see what unfolds in the next 5 minutes. If nothing else, we're getting a good sneak peek at tomorrow's action. You know, there is round 2 tomorrow. Tomorrow, Michigan could win and tie up the series, and we're going to get a game 3.
That would be exciting. I would love to see that.
Absolutely.
So
That'd be huge.
Ryan, I just want to make sure I understood you correctly. So you're saying, in your opinion, Michigan only has a chance if Freedom J breaks his thumbs?
Nah, you're putting words in my mouth, Daniel. I never said those words in that sentence like that.
Stop throwing your colleagues under the bus.
Oh, man. Michigan, I don't know. Michigan's making a push right now on the roof of Superstore. I think they only need 16 more.
So, I mean, the thing about it, this is different for guys. It's like, again, best out of 3 series.
Best out of You're right. You're right, LaBelle.
Freedom J could have won it could win. We don't know. It's not over yet. But like 50 points. Best out of 3, guys.
Yep.
So tomorrow is another day, and that's the reason why this is awesome.
Speaking of Freedom J could win, he does have 3 more runs by himself than the whole Michigan team, but
Wow.
So we don't have to worry about that. All right, Michigan, you know, it looks like they're gonna be jumping off the roof of Superstore. I think they got maybe 2 or 3 kills there, so they're still in it. They're fighting to the last minute, which, in all honesty, respect for that. Not giving up, still giving it their all here.
This is college sports, guys. This is what
it's college sports. They're playing for respect now. Breaking the shields with that RPG in there should be a pretty easy down, and they will take advantage of it. They have one teammate down, but they're picking him up pretty quickly. Meanwhile, Virginia Tech, they're going to be dropping back in for the last just under 3 minutes of this game, this match.
Ryan, to your point, actually, I just checked all the previous matches, and it's actually pretty impressive. Freedom J is the only one who could have won the entire opponent by himself. From all the previous
hey, that might not be the case anymore. Michigan's making a late push. It's going to be close between Freedom J and Michigan. This is the nail biter we were waiting for in this game.
You know what's funny? I don't know, there's obviously a rivalry between UVA and Virginia, but I feel like you're also mad that Michigan beat UVA, so you're pretty much feeling the same both teams right now, Ryan?
No.
Oh, and
no.
For our audience out there, Daniel is just learning college sports, so he's just pretty excited to be here.
I'm coming more.
You guys just happy to be included.
You get special privileges when you're a founder of the company. You don't really have to like college sports.
Wow, Jesus, Virginia Tech on the hottest job of the day so far. Freedom J doing some juice and getting that kill. He really wants to beat Michigan. What can I say? He is hungry, and he knows he's only got a minute and a half to do it. Can he do it, ladies and gentlemen? Freedom J currently at 18 runs.
Woo.
Michigan, up to our latest scores, is at 16. And it's not looking great for Michigan right now. They have one man down. There's fire everywhere.
Still close.
Still close. And just a minute left to see if they can take care of this squad here. They get the confirm on Blue Hailstorm. He'll be going to the Gulag. This could be a good opportunity for him to get a kill, though, right before the game ends.
59 seconds left.
Freedom J, meanwhile, still using his pistol. I guess real guns are just too easy for him, but he'll finally die. He's also heading to the Gulag. Blue Hailstorm right now in the Gulag.
I feel like he died on purpose because I felt like he was going to get an easier kill at the Gulag at this point. Just to,
oh, man. Blue Hailstorm. He's going for the capture in the middle, and he's going to get it. He's going to win the Gulag, not even by getting the kill. So, honestly, that might not have been the strategy for him. Doesn't get a kill added to their run counter right now. Meanwhile, Freedom J only has
time is left on the clock.
Freedom J only has 30 seconds to get into a Gulag match. It looks like he won't be.
How much time do we have on the clock left?
We have 20 seconds.
20 seconds.
Blue Hailstorm getting in, looking for a Hail Mary right here with only 20 seconds
Colorado,
left.
thanks you. Can't wait to see you again tomorrow, dude.
Absolutely.
Yep. All right, and just like that, Virginia Tech taking the win with a commanding beatdown, 33-17, according to our final scores. Virginia Tech with the only grand slam of the game. Neither team had any home runs. Jay Mont had 6 kills with Virginia Tech. Chanderson had 4. Freedom J with 19 kills, 19 runs, all by his lonesome. Beating the entirety of the Michigan team put together is an absolutely dominating performance. But at the same time, not a lot of runs in comparison to the rest of the matches today. So that says a lot to me about, one, how talented and deep the teams are from the other matches that we've seen today. And, it's going to be tough. It's not going to be like last tournament where Freedom J could just walk all over everybody. He's going to need a little bit more production from his teammates as well, because that score of 33 would not have won most of the games. Michigan, they pretty evenly score layout. Blue Hailstorm with 5 kills, the King Sahil with 6, Piscato with 6, for a total of 17 runs. There's not a whole lot to say about that, except maybe they'll be able to leave, regroup, go over some more strategy, and hopefully put on a better performance for us tomorrow.
Absolutely. With that being said, guys, that does conclude our first day of the Bragg House World Series Esports event. Tomorrow we're coming back with more action. OSU versus MSU, round 2. FSU versus TCU. That was a big game. UCLA versus Berkeley. UCLA brought the noise, and of course, Freedom J single-handedly brought it from Virginia Tech. His team still did great, but brought it over Michigan. So we're going to see if they can survive Game 2 tomorrow afternoon. You guys can tune back in right here live on the Bragg House TV, only on Twitch. Guys, make sure you get your daily brags and wake up tomorrow. Do your daily brag. Get it in before the tournament starts. We're going to have some exciting news for you guys tomorrow. We're going to have even more prizes for you guys tomorrow. We might even have an interesting wager amongst the hosts and co-hosts tomorrow going into Game 2 of the series. So we will see what unfolds tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining us again. We look forward to tomorrow. The action starts literally tomorrow afternoon, right at 3 p.m. Eastern. So if you guys are West Coast, that's going to be at noon. If you're East Coast, it's going to be 3. Guys, we will see you tomorrow for another action-packed day. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Great. Y'all have a good night.
Good night, guys.
Everyone.